You found my other code.
What?
What?
I suppose I should do my intro. Like, this is the part of the night where I like have to say the opening of the video, right? Manage your Twitch stream directly from your phone. King Richard, if you're here, I haven't heard you yet.
I'm here.
Okay, just saying it. Okay, let's get this show started. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch. My name is Justin, aka Dad. This is not Minecraft with Dad for my normal followers. This is coding with dads, because Richard is a dad too, and he happens to be here. And
Yep.
yeah, so, and hey, B. Lopez, welcome back. You're one of my Minecraft people. I appreciate you coming back here and seeing what we're doing. So we've taken a diversion away from Minecraft to play Halite. I can't say anything anymore tonight, apparently, because one, Link is sleeping right now, and, you know, we can't play Minecraft while he's sleeping. Well, I guess we could, just without him. But two, this is insanely fun for us. We don't know why. It's programming. We're programming, which you wouldn't think is good for Twitch, but at the same time, there is something oddly compelling about these turtles.
I don't have to program the graphics engine, which is huge for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we get to have fun making bots that do things. And if you don't understand the game, and if you want to play the game, it's free, halite.io. You can go sign up, get in here. There's an editor. You don't have to install anything. You can literally get started right from here. And join us and like start off with a very basic bot. And I'm just going to explain the game real quick for anybody who might be watching real quick, just because it's fun that way. So basically these games happen and you submit your turtle bot or your bots. It's a single bot, right? Like one bot, but with a bunch of different...
One collection of code.
Yes, one collection of code. And then they play in this game, and it can be either 2 or 4 players. And Chops, we are live, so just be aware of that. And so these turtles move around, they collect resources, and then you try to get them back, and the goal is to be the one with the most resources at the end. There's some mechanics in terms of like colliding turtles into other turtles, blocking things, you know, making new bases, which is what we're going to do tonight. We are going to be building bases for the first time with my bot, because at this point my strategy, my novel strategy from last night is no longer novel, and people have figured out exactly what I was doing to cheese the game and have adapted. So it's time to start doing something that I haven't done yet, which is building a base.
I had some struggles today.
What is this that you're playing?
See, he just misses the entire intro.
Damn.
Halite.io, Chops, go sign up, and you know what? Should we take him through building a really basic bot? Like, should we do that just for the sake of the beginning of the stream?
No,
like, no,
don't do that.
Okay,
No.
you go do it.
You'll figure it out.
You can code in any language you want, Chops. Pretty much. I mean, there
Python or JavaScript?
Both are there. You can pick one.
Right.
Right now we're coding in JavaScript. At least I am, because I prefer it over Python for the moment. But that may change soon. It's a very
some
fun
people
game.
dislike themselves less than others.
This is true. So, yeah. So let's look at the leaderboard real quick just to see where
it's
we're
artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have. Let's pull up our leaderboard, our little realm of things. So, I'm still up here. Sim, you're sitting at 45. You haven't submitted a new bot today, it looks like. I don't know.
Nope.
Just because you haven't gotten one that beats your existing one, or what's
Correct.
going on there?
I am developing lots of strategies, and I had a conundrum where I was like starting to design an overall brain rather than having the individual bots doing their own decision making, and I've come to an impasse where I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about this.
Okay, makes sense. We don't know who Bluebee is. I'm not really sure. We've got Kevin down here who promised to submit a bot that would beat
I
mine
know.
by 6 a.m.
6.
this morning.
Wow.
No, right?
Yeah,
C++, huh?
Yeah, I heard that a bot was going to be there that would beat me at 6 a.m. He has yet to submit one today. In fact, he has yet to submit one in the last 2 days. He's still running version 1 code. Very disappointing. And Owen, welcome to the match. I don't know what you did to your bot to get your rating to fall all the way down to 16.5.
Because I'm pretty sure the basic tutorial bot is like 35.
Yeah, with a few minor tweaks. A few minor tweaks. But Owen, I give you credit. In fact, let's go watch. Let's see what one of Owen's games has done here, because I don't know what he. I don't know what he did, but I applaud you for getting this far.
The starter bot is worse than the tutorial bot.
Well, I know exactly what he did.
He crashed his ships to each other and they died.
Yep, he did not.
Based on what I saw.
Yeah, he did not use safe move and eventually killed all of his turtles. Safe move is very important early on to not experience death. So just
in the beginning of the game.
Yes. Yeah, and
I might be interested in doing this. I can't do it right now, but maybe a couple weeks.
Sounds good. So
it's open till January or something like that.
Yeah, January 22nd or something is how long this goes. There's a Discord. There's also a forum. All sorts of fun things. It's a fun little community, and in fact, in any case, well, let's get into development because that's where the fun stuff is. I want to build bases tonight. I have no idea. Like my brain has been simmering on it since my latest upload earlier today. That I have absolutely no idea. Like what mathematically makes any sort of sense for bases. Like the one idea I had was I kind of wanted to surround all the other bases with bases and then put ships on them and just get everybody else's bots that are coming back to deliver stuff to collide into mine. But I'm pretty sure that's a net loss.
That is a huge expense.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but it would be
the
hilarious.
time commitment to do it, and you can't spawn ships there, so you would effectively get to do that once.
I know. Well, but then I'd run more ships back to fill it in, and
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I just saw your code real quick. I'm just gonna toss this link for you there.
I'm not gonna click things because it causes bad things while I'm on stream. Oh, and you're looking for a switch statement there? Yeah, I could use a switch statement.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in JavaScript, but
yeah.
So
I mean, to be fair though, that's only
issues.
like. To be fair, that's only like 4 else's, so that's not that bad.
Well, and
switch statements have issues.
I'm going to take it a step further, Chops.
They didn't used to.
We've been entirely prototyping. So everything I've been doing up until now has been throwing code.
I'm just being difficult.
I am going to mention this. I am going to mention this real quick. One thing I did start doing today was I've started structuring, and this code is not implemented in any sort of functional way. It's just me getting the groundwork put in place as I start to replace code. I'm hoping to do this off camera because running through code and refactoring on camera I don't think is going to be any fun. But right here, these 3 lines right here are going to eventually replace basically this whole if block anyway, because what I'm doing is way down here at the bottom, I've started creating a class turtle that will give me my turtle object, and then have all my code be nicely structured around that, and maybe extend turtle and all that fun stuff. Get it all very object-oriented as opposed to the spaghetti if statement of disaster that I'm now scrolling up and down here. So, yeah. In any case, I'm going to keep going with the spaghetti code, Chops, just for your
Why
sake.
did you put it at the bottom?
The class at the bottom? Because I was sick of dealing, like I didn't want to keep pushing the code that I was also working with down. So I wanted to come down here and be like, oh, I'm not going to possibly be messing with anything I'm already doing. I don't know. It's just how my brain works. It doesn't have to be down there.
I wish I understood classes so that I could use them.
God, it's been a while since I done JavaScript.
Well, and JavaScript classes...
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, gosh, I used to love JavaScript because I came from C to JavaScript, and I was like, I'm doing some Python right now, and I'm like, Python's so like pseudocode. It's beautiful.
Yep. Well, and I'll add this: JavaScript classes are kind of a.
Well, yeah, dude, I wrote
they're a misnomer.
1 mildly published and 2 unpublished blogs on prototypical inheritance in JavaScript, because a lot of people really struggle with that, and I'm be honest, I don't remember it. Like, I'll go back and read it and be like, oh yeah,
it's not. Classes in JavaScript are not at all like classes in pretty much
they're
any
like
other
pseudo
language.
classes.
Yeah,
I literally, you know what? I don't even know if I have. I might have those
I don't know if
articles
that's
though,
100% true anymore.
It's less true than it was with this EC6 stuff that you're talking about, but
ECMA 6 is out. And I think they've actually created objects as an actual thing more.
I wrote these like 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, like everything changed. I know. I did all my JavaScript stuff in 2012, and then I went out and learned, like, oh my gosh, ECMA 6 came out, and all the stuff that they were theorizing about suddenly is like foundational to the language, and I was like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just.
There's actually a class statement now, whereas 10 years ago there was no class statement. So you're not wrong. Right. It has come from, it really was syntactic sugar 10 years ago. Now it's. Now there's constructors that are legit constructors and stuff like that, but I'm completely not working on. I want to build bases.
I'm super curious about the changes because it's been so long.
Okay, you'll want to look at triple dot notation, arrow notation, and classes, and I think that should have you pretty covered. Those are the three big things from my understanding.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to continue the spaghetti code because I really just want to build a base. Like this is going to be my thing. So ship states, ship ID. I'm gonna start a new builder class. That's what it's gonna be.
See, I get stuck with scoping. That's what's with this problem.
What's this ship state? Can you talk a little bit? I don't know anything about this game.
Yep.
But
just
I see
run your game for
just from the code that you have. You have a ship count, and then you have a num players, and that looks like you.
Yeah. So here, I'm gonna run you through my bot real quick here and show you the game at the same time, just so you have some basic idea here. So
thank you.
The game, all we're creating is the bot. So none of the code you see here is game code, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like your character that runs around in a space, right?
Yep. Everything before the while loop is. Like your instantiation for your entire bot. And when I say bot, I'm not talking about an individual turtle on the screen. I'm talking about the overarching godlike entity that is going to tell the turtles what to do. So in my case, I'm setting up some arrays here. The one that you were asking about here just a moment ago is ship states, which I'm going to add this synonym in here. If I say turtle, it's the same as ship for me. Basically, it's a way to... I wanted a way to control individual turtles differently from one another as opposed to controlling them all exactly the same way. So ship states, I'll say ship 1 is this type of turtle, and as a result, it will then do code differently than another type of turtle. As opposed, now, again, if this wasn't as spaghetti coded as it was, like maybe you'd actually define a whole new turtle type or something, but... yeah, for now, the states control the overall behavior of the turtle within my game. So, and then I've got this is actually remnant code at this point. It's not really doing anything. That's just determining where the max cell is on the board. This was some spaghetti code from, I don't know, is that 2 nights ago now, where we were looking where the max value was. So the code's just sitting there because I haven't needed it, but this was a way of analyzing the game board before we got there. Game map is basically our game board for the most part. And then we get to the loop, and the loop is kind of twofold. The loop is going to be the game frames, so it's looping over each turn. So this is the turn loop. The second loop that comes into play, though, and for what we're doing right now is probably more important, this loops over all of my ships or turtles. So it's going to go, and it is going to go turtle by turtle by turtle and decide what that turtle's going to do.
It just bugs me very slightly that you have your variable direction and your variable num players.
Yeah,
and I want you to take that.
Spaced.
Yeah, because I've been in Python and I'll be like error, like right there you get it.
Yeah, and
I freaking hate that about like, Python.
That's
Python's
the thing, like,
so
Python
fucking annoying.
Be so annoying about when I used to be like, just stick a semicolon, shut the fuck up, ID.
Yeah, hey Python, I love the way that your language is structured, but could you maybe use like semicolons and brackets a little more often,
please?
Yep, and so...
But once you get used to it, it's hard to like
disagree.
Think that.
Spaces can go themselves.
Yep. Let's try to keep it family friendly. Just for the sake
I said F.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I said F.
I know you did. I'm just
sorry. I
clarifying.
know. My bad.
In any case, so Chops style again. I'm not going for style points at all.
I know. It's just funny.
Yep. So then, so this is our over the ships. I'm gonna skip over this code because this is me starting the cleanup process, but I'm not even close to being there. So then up here, this is my array of ship states. Ship ID is the unique identifier for each ship. If the state has never been set, then I pick a state for it. And right now, I pick my state based on basically which ship it is when it gets created. So when I spawn my first ship, it gets set to attack state, attack 2 state, attack 3. Builder state is the one I'm going to be working on here in a minute. Old state is kind of my default state for everything, and then I've got another one that's kind of legacy that every 5 bots goes into something called Hunter Far, which is a hunter turtle that goes hunting for the place with the most halite.
Okay.
So these are the states, and then we get into the giant list of actions that can happen. So I do a check to see if I disabled my ship, and if I disabled my ship, don't do anything. I only disable my ship at the end of the game, which we can talk about that later, but yeah. Then this is some magic code here to deal with bots that are stuck, basically. So if the bot failed to move the last turn and was in the process of trying to move, it will move in a random direction to try to get unstuck.
Try to get unstuck, yeah.
Yep.
I get it.
This one is this one is actually like trying to get unstuck. This one is just I'm inserting randomness for the hell of it. I don't know why I haven't taken that out yet. But every 50 moves, my bots all
because it's a spaghetti.
Yeah, exactly. We never take things out. That's kind of the way things have been going. This is my end game mechanic, which basically says after 95% of the game is over, everybody go home because we want to get the halite in to turn it in.
So you go and collect stuff, and then you have to turn it in before.
There's a set number of turns between 400 and 500.
Okay. Yep. So if you're like your like little ships are super far away, you got to turn them in.
Yeah,
you got to start them back earlier.
Yeah, so I haven't shown you this yet, Chop. So these are my 2 bots running here. So you can see I've generated 5 turtles.
They're gonna suicide in the middle.
They're both gonna suicide.
Or are they just not gonna move?
No, they're gonna. They're gonna go to the other side, but they end up dead because my bot knows how to clear it. But
wow, they had little logic to actually get around the other bot.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I added that in at some point.
Oh, so there's like enemy bots.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're either in a 2-player game or a 4-player game.
Okay. Can you attack the enemy bots, or you just...
Yes.
You can collide, but it destroys you as well every time.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the end game mechanic, all these.
I'd be like, if I got a lot of this ore on me, don't collide.
Yep.
And run away.
So then this little block of code was the one we did last night. This is quite the recap here. This is
there must be a max amount that your little ships can carry.
Yes,
1,000. Okay, and it's actually a lot of the stuff is based off of constants. So you kind of want to design your code using those constants because they may change the rules at any moment.
Yep, this is true. Which I haven't always done the best job of, but we try to get.
No, you don't.
Yep. In any case, we have. What specifically do you keep seeing that you want me to be using a constant for that I'm not? I'm just curious.
Can't tell you anything specifically.
Okay.
I just know that while we're doing these sessions, I see you type in actual numbers.
Yes, because I want percentages based on things like this is halite amount times 0.1. I want 10%. Like that's.
Oh,
I suppose
are you saying like he's hard coding?
Yeah.
He's hard coding values.
I'm hard coding
anywhere you see a number, I would.
You can
move it to a constant. Anywhere you have some kind of number like that, I would move it to a constant at the top.
Yeah, well, and this one probably should be a constant.
So I don't have to go dig through the code.
Yeah, this one probably should be the constant for cost of a movement because that's what that actually is. But
pretty sure that's what. Once I settle on this is something that is based off of something, it gets moved up into a constant at the top, so I can see clearly everything.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then
if that's something that you might change.
Yep. So we've got
not that big of a deal, but yeah.
Yep. So these 3 iterations here are a kind of a novel cheese strategy that we implemented last night, and you'll see it here right at the beginning of this 2-player game. The first bot here is going to try to go to the other base and just sit on it. And the reason it does that is because a number of bots won't attack, like they won't be programmed to attack, and so by doing this, you effectively prevent them from turning their resources in, and you can like cause them to
win so anything. You know where the enemy base is?
Yes.
Okay.
And so
I thought these were blind coming out from your thing, but they're not. You know where
the whole world. Yep.
You know where they are? Okay.
Yep. And so, yeah, they went over there. Now, my bot knows how to clear them and will clear them, but if we went back and watched some of the other replays that I've played today, you'll see a number of bots where they'll just get hung up here because they refuse to delete me off their space, which is a failure on their part, but it is a great little leverage advantage. So these...
Yeah, you can do that. You should also create some bots that are just suicide bots that just like zone out areas.
We may get there. That's in my list of wishes to demonstrate, but at the same time, there's a cost to doing that, obviously, and that can add up really fast. So.
Oh well, I'm all about the war, so.
Yep. Which is good because a lot of people aren't in this game. Like a lot of people have only been worried about collecting resources. I think there's a lot more to be done on the battlefront in the.
Well, the thing is, like, you can just like get an algorithm for searching a space that somebody else has developed over years and years, but fighting against somebody else for it
makes it a little bit more interesting.
And it means you can win then.
So that's the thing is Justin's strategy is really good to push him up the ranks, but then when when people were able to deal with it, his harvesting strategy was not as strong as the people at that level.
Yep, at this point, which is fine.
Yeah. It is fine. It's just it's interesting because
if this exists, somebody's spending a lot of time doing it.
Oh yeah, there's like a couple.
Oh,
how many people?
Yeah, there's people that work at the company.
700 people.
And they're literally spending all day just working on it.
Some more effective with their time than others. Yep. Mainly me.
Yep,
I didn't even submit anything today, and I worked on it a lot.
Yep, we've got the bot here that will return when full. So that's kind of just the logic for once they've got enough Halite, go home. And then this is our generic move me thing, and the movement is kind of where we've been dealing with things. So a hunter bot was an attempt at going for the places with the most Halite. Hunter far looked even further. They're basically the same thing. A majority of my bots run random to various corners.
Wait. Can you see where all the top Halite is?
Yes.
At the start? Okay. Yes. So it's not like you're sending out a blind bot.
I am.
Oh yeah. So there's rules and mechanics in play where just going after the big node isn't necessarily the best idea.
No, but you know where all the nodes are, right?
You can.
Okay, that's way different.
Yeah. Okay. So
I was assuming like you had
no
a base,
fog of war in theory.
Yeah, that's what I assumed is like you had to send bots out that just went and found stuff.
So you have to spend a turn doing nothing to harvest out of the node, and you get 25% of what's there. If you leave a node, you have to pay 10% of what's there. So if you're just sending a bot to go to a really big node, but you go over a bunch of other not as big because you did a search for the biggest node, right? Mm-hmm. Then you're going to end up paying a lot. They're going to slowly suck it up as they get there. It's not a very efficient way of collecting, right? So you have to think about that. The other problems that the other benefit is if your bot is within range 4 of 2 enemy ships, what happens is you harvest still at the 25% rate. So 25% of the resources on that tile go into you, but you also get essentially times 3. So if you were on 1,000 node within range of 2 enemies, 250 would disappear out of the sea, but your bot would get 750. So there's little nuances that really you don't necessarily want to go straight for the big nodes. You maybe want to make it cheaper to move around your base.
Yeah, there's some lot of strategy here and why it's a good game for machine learning. But yeah, so yeah, that takes me through basically all my different movement options at this point that I've built. I've got a number of optimizations there that I want to get to building at some point, but just haven't gotten there yet. And then
do you not have a semicolon right there underneath spam logic? Most ships equals 0.
Where are you looking?
Spawn logic?
Spawn logic?
Yeah, he doesn't.
No. You want one? There. Have one.
JavaScript likes it. It'll guess, but just saying.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be there. In any case, you guys are getting way too nitpicky about my random code.
It's not nitpicky. It's not nitpicky. I just want you to pay attention to a few rules.
Yeah.
As long as it compiles.
That's what she said.
Something like that. So, and then I've got a whole other set of logic down here, Chops, for spawning. So this determines whether or not I'm going to queue up a spawn. At the moment, basically for the first third of the game, if I have the resources, I build a turtle. For the second third of the game, if I have fewer turtles than the person who's winning, then I build more turtles under the assumption that I didn't want to do the calculus to actually do a rate of curve and calculate totals yet. Because I figured if they have more turtles than I, then they're probably getting more resources than me, which in theory means that they have a higher...
But you're making the assumption that their turtles are moving intelligently, but
yes, exactly.
The higher levels you can make that assumption, I would guess.
Yes and no. There are the problem is, like, put it up against your own bot, for example. A good if we're both playing that, it becomes a race to the bottom, right? Because we both keep building ships, and at a certain point in the game, continuing to build ships is going to mean somebody doesn't win. So you kind of have to figure that out, but yeah, it all depends on if you're behind and whether or not you should be attacking, and if there's something you can do to get more Halite closer to you as opposed to further away from you, which brings us to what I want to try doing tonight, building a bot that builds bases, because we haven't even tried to build a base yet. Like, this hasn't even been done with this bot yet. I don't know if Richard's built bases yet. If he has...
No desire to do that yet.
So what I'm going to do... I had an idea for how I wanted to start with this, mostly because I just want to see if it happens. So I want to send my bot...
Really simple.
What? Huh?
To build a base? Just build one?
No, well, I wanted him to build... I had an idea. So I'm gonna give him the code for Hunter Far. If turn...
You want to do it, and I'm going to do air quotes right now, efficiently, find 2 healthy nodes that are adjacent to each other.
Well, that's too much work.
Have it go to one of them, suck it dry until it's at 1,000, then move to the next one, build the base there.
That sounds like what I want to do.
I know that's like what you want to do.
Except I'm just gonna botch the whole thing. That's my plan.
I was gonna say you could do it even easier, and you could build it right next to your shipyard. There's a strategy. Build. I like that actually.
Why? Why though?
More delivery outlets? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
It doesn't. I'm not saying it's a strong strategy, but it's one I've never even considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. So all day long, I can hit the run button and simulate it against myself.
So you can run it in the web here. There's also a bunch of different offline tools that you can actually have it run a lot more simulations.
Yeah.
And I think you can put in whatever bots you want, so you can have your bots fight each other. And if people are actually doing machine learning, I assume that they have to be doing it that way.
Yeah, well, that's what I was asking. Like, if you say machine learning, then I think, okay. So what you might be doing is, let's say you have a bot and you have a whole bunch of variables you can input into the bot, like movement amounts or behaviors around Halite or something like that. And then what you need to do is
no, from a machine learning standpoint, there's not a whole lot when you're in a single game, because
well, no. What I'm saying is, like, if you're gonna craft and try to figure out, okay, look at how your bots move, right? Mm-hmm. So they have movement characteristics, they have behaviors when it comes to I don't know, moving to specific nodes, behaviors when it comes to what the enemy is doing, maybe how many bots they have, stuff like that, right? So if you're going to create a machine learning algorithm around that, what you'd have to do is take some of these things and create values for them, right? So let's say moving, 2 spaces then 1 space is better, or attacking or avoiding is a categorical variable. So you go, if all my bots don't attack, or all my bots do attack, or 20% of my bots attack and 80% don't, or whatever, and then a percentage of my bots move towards big nodes, medium nodes, small nodes, whatever like that, right? So you'd have to craft all this, and then you'd have to create what you do is you bring it into an actual algorithm, right? So maybe like a decision tree, and then you could go, okay, if I run this a bunch, and every time I run it, I change something. So I change 20% of my bots attack, 30% attack, 50% attack, something like that.
We're tied, Justin.
Nice thing. So and then what you could do is, after you've run all these, you can get a sense for which of these performs the best if you can run these simulations over and over and over again. And your target label would be Halite collected. So that's the way I would see moving this into like a machine learning algorithm, right? So you build a bot that has a bunch of things that you can change, and then you need to stick in a whole bunch of things that change it, and then see what those outcomes are. And then your machine learning algorithm will be able to predict its performance. And I'm getting an echo, so that's why I'm talking kind of weird, because somebody's got me echoing.
It might be me. I don't think so.
But that's how I do it.
Talk again, Chops. I want to see what mouth close.
All right, so I'm talking right now.
Cabin.
Yeah, that's probably good. So that's what I would do. If I was making like a machine learning algorithm, like not a true AI that's using like a neural net or something, but like just a.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a decision tree would be really good, because it makes sense, because you have a mix of these kind of categorical things that you can put in, and then if you're trying to dive into a decision tree, it'll make sense if you try to look into it at all. Whereas something like other kinds of regression or something will make no sense.
So, Soccer Dude submitted a bot.
Did he? Did Soccer Dude submit a bot? Soccer Dude, are you here?
Yeah,
are you here
but
tonight?
it's
All
just.
right, I'll be right back. This is actually kind of fun to watch.
Is the Python bot just worse than the JavaScript bot?
I think it is.
Because
I don't think the Python bot by default has safe move.
I'm just using random move.
It has safe move, I'm pretty sure.
I don't. No, I mean, like, I don't think it. I think in the tutorial they don't have you use it. I think is the.
I
issue.
think they do. Yeah. I did the tutorial. No, you didn't.
I'm just
don't
using.
Be telling me
move.
what it does and doesn't do.
I don't know.
I'm only using random move, and I'm 150 above Soccer Dude.
It is funny how how various, like I was saying, like Justin's strategy isn't a strong strategy on its own, but when compared to other strategy, like this is game theory, right? When compared to other strategies, it's like super dominant. But if a moment someone can counteract that strategy, Justin's strategy doesn't become strong again because his harvesting is random, right?
And I'm down bots.
And you're down bots. Yes, exactly. I love that game theory element of it. Like, in my little lizard brain that's super competitive was like, do I incorporate Justin's attack strategy? Do I waste my time doing that, or do I spend my time, not that it's a waste, but yeah, I'm trying to spend my time to develop the harvesting, because right now, all day long, here's what's happening with me, and my bots are just getting stuck in a conga line. Everywhere, just nonstop conga lines, and it's so predictable, and I expect that to happen, but it's frustrating as I'm trying to find an emergent solution to handle it. Because that's where I was getting into the issue where I was like, okay, do I create a massive brain that micromanages every single one of these little turtles? Or do I have the AI? Does the turtle make a decision based on what it sees? You know what I'm saying? So like right now, all of our stuff is based, for the most part, Justin's attack strategy is an overall brain. But like pretty much everything so far is just the little turtle doing whatever it can based on what it sees. And naive move is not good.
No, it isn't.
That's the other function that's going to have to be upgraded as part of what I'm doing tonight, because I can no longer just move back home. I now need to start building a movement function that gets me back to...
No. You can use the same stuff you're using right now. When you just tell it to go home, you just tell it, you give it a destination. And there's game map dot distance or whatever, so you can easily tell. You can set up a way to easily find out which one's the closest and send it there through naive move.
What the hell just happened?
Which may or may not be what I'm trying to code right now, but it's so hard to code while people are talking. I never realized it.
Wait, are you
so hard.
coding naive move, or just like a different version?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm still using naive move. No, what I'm probably going to end up doing, and I've committed to myself that I'm going to do things until I hit that 2-second wall, and then I'll come up with it. Then I'll try to solve the problem. But I feel like what I'm going to end up eventually doing is I'm going to be committing all my moves to basically a list, and then I'm going to go through that list to make sure I don't have any double moves issued and figure out who has priority to move, right? And then I will be committing that list to the game's move thing. So like I'll be creating a template space, because right now the ships all get handled by ID first, essentially, and first come first serve, but like it looks at the previous game state, and I need to be looking at the next game state so that I can actually have my conga lines conga rather than one moves, pause, next moves, pause, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're wasting so many turns. Like if you can just get rid of that naive move and do a move based on that, like all the same logic, but you move that way, you basically, I mean, this is a shit number, but double the amount of turns you have to do stuff. That's probably not accurate, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
I don't know how many turns you actually save.
Kind of what I'm doing, except I'm sidetracking on everything.
And that's the problem I had today too. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, this is kind of working, but I need like all of these other things to be working as well before this one thing can kind of work the way it's supposed to.
See, this is why I jump into it and just see what happens. It's more fun.
No, that's what I'm doing. My guys are intelligently expanding their search pattern to find nearby nodes so that it creates gaps or cheap roads by their house for the most part. It's just they get stuck in a conga line because I don't have a logic that tells them how to, drive like they're on a road.
Yeah.
Pass on the left, pass on the right.
Reminds me of I was driving home, and the guy in front of me, he just moves over to the right onto the side of the road, but keeps on driving. And I'm just like, are you drunk or?
Nah, man, just on my phone.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's illegal to drive on the road while texting, but if you drive off the road, is that legal? No.
What's that mean? You drive off of it, not onto the road.
Let's where's that output?
Where?
It's up here. I don't need that right now. Just gets in the way. Okay, so here's what I've decided to do while we were chatting about various things. I've decided that my builder bot, for now, is just going to move to the spot between it and its opponent. It doesn't matter who its opponent is, it's just going to go there. It's going to go halfway between the two.
Okay, I like it.
It's a good starting point, at least for me, just
Yeah.
to play around with. So, however, I've got something wrong somewhere here because I keep crashing out. Entity 2 received 2 commands on this turn. So what 2 commands did it receive?
This is why you just have a function outside of your main stuff, and then once you return something, it's like, well, we can't go on further, and then it'll just run with that return statement.
No, that's what the if is supposed to do. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What?
Yeah, but if you mess up your if statement and there's a possibility of 2 commands being pushed, it'll only push the first one.
Or you do like I do, and you
here we
set
go.
a value first.
Yeah.
And then you set a value inside the if it matches it. And
I
do
also
it that way.
really like how they do their command system with like letters and numbers and whatnot. Like one letter is moving, one is spawning, and the other is creating a drop off.
Yeah, they're just states.
Yeah, but it's like really cool because it all just interacts through the strings between the system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you might want to change it so you fight your previous bot, Justin.
I probably am. Currently uploaded bot. Yeah.
Why did you do something?
Well, the 2 ships kill each other, so if that was his building ship, then it got nuked by the other person's ship.
I don't think it was. I have a feeling that the ship that I think what might be happening is it went the other direction. It went this way.
You think it's that one?
Yeah, and
that's really close to the enemy's base?
Yeah, because I think after it got to its destination, it then got caught up in the random movement code because I haven't put all the checks to prevent that from happening.
It random moved 5 times?
Yeah, I was like 80 turns in. So here, let's just see what happens. There's bot 1, there's bot 2, there's bot 3, there's
Which
bot 4.
bot does this?
This one's bot 5. Okay.
Bot 5 does it?
Yeah, I hope so. That's what I said.
Well, I'm not listening. I'm trying to code.
If ship count equals 4,
Yeah.
so bot 4 does it. So this is 1.
Which is number 5.
No,
but yeah.
Not. No, it's not.
Yeah, because it starts at 0.
No,
Wait,
ship count for me starts at 1. This is not IDs. I want to be clear. This is not IDs. This is the number of ships on the board. So,
yeah, okay.
Or not on the board, but that have been built.
That'll be box.
So 1, 2, 3. So this one's 4. We've got number 4 selected. So let's watch what number 4 does. See, number 4 is going to go left, and he's going to go halfway between, which is like right there or right there. So right there. And he's going to stop, I bet. Maybe not. Why did he keep going? Pathological. Why did he stop there? X minus this. Oh, I should probably divide it by 2. That might have something to do with the math. Yeah. I bet I didn't divide by 2. Where's my builder bot? Okay, builder shipyard minus, so this is an X minus enemy X gives us the distance, but we actually need to divide by 2, or as I prefer in math, multiply by 0.5. Save. Run. Okay, let's see what happens this time.
So I'm pretty sure that they're going to steal this code once we're done and sell it. And I'm pretty sure that this is all a way for them to try to create good AI for air traffic control. And so I went out and tried to see if there was any, papers written on the subject or whatever. There's a few. They're all recent, but a lot of it says that we're still miles away from actually having something reliable. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. We're trying to generate, because the whole solving problem that we're trying to solve, doesn't matter how much Halite you get. What matters is how can you efficiently get them to deliver it.
I'm okay with that.
That's what I've discovered.
This is, at its heart, this is a traveling salesman problem. It is one of the toughest problems in computer science. I mean, this is something that FedEx does every day to some degree too. It's path routing. It is the hardest stuff for any machine to handle. But
I mean, Google uses CAPTCHA for AI driving. So
I feel like
this
this
isn't
needs to be
as bad.
-1. I'm trying to get it as close to halfway as I can because I think that might be fun.
Congo lines aren't good for anyone.
Definitely.
Perfect. Except I want him to go one more. 2. Save.
Oh.
Okay. So he goes there. Now we want him to wait. Wait, he needs to just stay there. We don't want him to ever move off that spot. So we need to add him to this line here because that's important. My attack bots had the same problem, if you can't tell. We're not going to worry about that one yet. We're not going to worry about that yet. We're not going to worry about that. I think those are the only 2 random movement generators. So if I save this and I run this all the way to the end, in theory, that bot should be sitting over here at the end of the game looking pretty. Let's go. Hey, what is going on here? Replay work.
Maybe it's thinking.
I know I broke the browser.
Already broke the browser. Wow.
No, Chrome, what are you doing to me?
Didn't you have this issue yesterday too?
I don't know, did I?
I'm pretty sure you did.
There must be like a lot of... Oh, look it, he's still sitting there. He's sitting right where he's supposed to sit. Okay, that's pretty. So then we're going to add in some more magic code that says... Wait, that's not... We're not in the right code. Where's our builder? If builder ship Halite. Okay. We're going to say if our total resources available, which is... I don't even know how to get that number. How do we know... Wait, yes I do. I do it whenever I need to get 10%. No, that's 10%. How do I... Oh, whenever I build. That's where I do it. So I need to get the player amount. That's down here. Me.halite amount. Duh. Should make sense.
Congo line. We got the Congo line.
If me.halite amount is greater than 4,000.
That is definitely a thing random has over not random.
What, Congo line?
What? Oh, the conga line?
Yeah.
It can happen. It still happens. But there are
not
some things...
as much.
This is true.
It's very unlikely. Because they have to receive halite at the same rate, and if they're going out in a conga line, odds are they're receiving halite in a similar fashion.
Yep. Okay, so I don't actually know what the command is to build. Like, is there a... I suppose I should look that up, right?
Yeah,
Yep, turn it into a drop-off. Kevin, you go.
Drop ship
make drop-offs. Yeah.
Make drop-off. So this becomes command q dot push ship dot make drop off, and I believe there was no other underscore there, so that should be fine. Boom, boom, boom. I think that would be the proper syntax. I don't really know. We'll see if the bot crashes. So if this works, as soon as I have 4,000 resources, I should actually probably check to make sure that the guy got there, but the odds of him not getting there is pretty low. Okay, so he's sitting here. Let's fast forward a little bit. The fast forward button in this mode, this is why I always pop it out. There's something about that player that causes problems for me. So right here looks like where it would happen. So like right here. Oh, it did it. Guys, we have our first base and it belongs to us. Where'd it go? There. Did it get destroyed? It kind of looked like it got destroyed there. This is awesome. Okay. Slowly grows. Really? Really, Kevin? Our high school slowly grows on Halite? Do you mean salt?
Yeah. I mean, our high school is so salty.
Let the spice flow.
Okay, so we did it. I accomplished my goal for the night. I'm 99% certain that this hurt my score at this point, so I'm not going to publish this bot yet. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
You're not using it, right?
We're not using it at all. So we need to finally start talking about the movement function that we are using for everything.
Yeah.
I have like 8 different movement functions.
I only have one, and it's safe move.
Yeah, well, I have a stuck-ass conga line, so blah.
Yeah, well, I just destroyed another Farah. Like, sickly so.
You're playing.
It'd be cool if I could shoot rackets.
4 golds. That buff is crazy. I'm just sniping the other Farah out of the sky.
We'll do that.
On one King of the Hill map, I killed her 4 times midair. With double rocket.
Let's see.
I think 4. It was 4 or 5. I'm saying 4 just because I think it was 5, but I don't know for sure.
Uh-oh. It's going to get locked.
So we've got...
Look at that beautiful JavaScript. Love it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think...
Oh, and they're locked.
So beautiful.
How do I want this? Like, how... So I'm using Naive Navigate. That's probably what I should replace, right? Except
I'm not helping.
This only applies
strictly because it's been my nightmare all day long.
Oh, do they give you navigation?
There's a lot of tools available to you, and I don't know if a lot is correct, but they do give you some of the basic Manhattan pathfinding stuff.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
because you don't want you wasting your time necessarily doing that.
Yeah.
Well, and you want to get.
So I'm assuming everything moves in.
Yeah,
a grid,
you want to get
right?
That's what lets you get going like ASAP.
You can only move in a grid, right? Is that what I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I looked at the constants. I don't think there's any way they'll change it to hex on us based on
they won't.
Constants.
They will not change it.
I mean, if you built a robust bot that ingested directionals as part of your algorithms up front, right, as part of machine learning or whatever, they could change it to hex and your bot could easily adjust.
Yeah, but most bots should because you have 4 directions of north, east, south, and west. Once you get into 6 directions, they have to change the direction notation. Like,
but that's what I'm saying though. It's in their, well, the way they have, like I said, the way they have it set up, I don't see it happening.
Yeah. But
they do have the commands, right? And if the commands was set up similar to constants, where it loaded based off of a JSON file that it gets.
Justin,
then
seriously though,
I would say they could change the number of directions on us just like that. But it's not under constant, so it's not going to happen.
You have 16 notifications. You have Photoshop open, iTunes open.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Would not want to watch.
Just a pile of stuff open.
Because of notifications.
Discord.
What about it?
Some things I don't recognize open.
Yeah, I've got things going on other screens. What do you want from me?
I don't know what's that lock symbol one?
Lock symbol?
My my password.
That's
key pass?
That's need to know.
Yeah.
Is that key pass or
I guess now you get to know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not like that's weird to have.
You're weird to have.
Dude, don't tell people. Oh, I'm supposed to ask you, what would your darling daughter need for her birthday? Because apparently we have a Facebook invite to a birthday party.
Yeah.
Which I don't obviously don't know about. I'm not on Facebook, but Rachel knows, so that's fine.
Can I think about that? Because it's not the first time we've been asked. And
Yeah.
when it's your third child,
Honestly, yeah, I know, and
and we have so many hand-me-down
I
clothes.
feel like I live in an A&E documentary right now with how much crap I have around me, and
And if you have another kid,
want-
like people want to get you
Seriously?
the same amount of stuff again.
Yeah,
And
I also
bless
want
their
to
hearts,
do.
right? But it's
Also
like,
want to
What do we
do
do?
is send you some cheese and a pile of liquor, and I feel like that's a great third child present.
gas
Cheese
out the
for the
house.
This
child,
has nothing to do
cheese
with
for the
Halite.
child, liquor for the
That's
parents.
not true, Justin. I need to cope today because I spent a long
Right.
time today, and
Yeah.
it's been a struggle in this
Programming
little
his
Halite
bots.
world.
Right?
I guess. Is there a way to get a list of all of the
Yes.
drop-offs?
Stop copying my code.
I have never even seen.
Wait, are
your
you
code.
streaming? Let's see
Yes.
this
No,
beautiful
I'm not
code.
streaming.
Oh.
Where?
Well, how am I supposed to see your code?
Well, I don't want to be judged.
You'll judge the heck out of other people, but
Get drop-offs, haha. But that's.
I'm not
it'll get
judging him.
Never. You never judged me. Not at all on stream. It's
Mhm.
never
No.
Other
You
than,
need to
you know.
add the semicolons and you need
See?
to change things to constants. That's not judging. That's just fact.
Yeah, see, exactly. So me dot get drop-offs.
All right, let's generate some errors, boys.
It is kind of fun looking at you guys do stuff and
Your bot
or
crashed.
looking at Justin's code and being like, I don't know any of the rules of the game. I barely know the goal, and being like, nah, I have no idea. I'm like, I see a couple things being like, I don't know.
Does
Maybe do it this way.
So here's my question. Does get drop-offs include the shipyard? Does anybody
Yeah.
know?
I would think so.
You would think so, but I don't know that it does.
Want to buy type coercion? What? Oh, wait.
Drop-off. You can create a drop-off at any location. Ships can be stored. Each player begins shipyard, blah, blah, blah. Ships can store Halite at drop-off. Just if two drop-offs are constructed in the same location, the engine returns an error. Nice. And the construct command fails. Nice. The player has the methods to access drop-offs. Drop-off has an owner, an ID, and a position. That's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna get the drop-offs. I'm gonna have it alert or tell me what the drop-offs look like because I'm just kind of curious what this list looks like. I mean, I know it's going to be an array of some sort, but...
Justin,
Yes.
I'll help you out. Just ask me to make some kind of algorithm in Python and have it be substitute maybe a substring where it's a naughty word.
I have no idea what you just said, but that's because I'm trying to focus on creating a modified move function that gets me to my drop-offs. So I get the drop-offs. I'm going to output it for myself. Then I'm going to I equals 0. I is less than drop-offs.length. That should work, right? And then I plus plus. That sounds good to me. So,
all right, there you go. Got it.
then we're going to calculate distance. That's my favorite dist function. Where's that function? Because I don't like rewriting code. Var distance, calculate distance between... Where'd that code go? Between my ship, dot position, and... Nope, see, I did something wrong here. There's going to be a get. Let's see. Yeah, there's going to be a get. That's what it is. So there must be a get Let's try this. Where'd the code go? Ship dot. Oh, it's here. Calculate distance. Why are you putting Pythagorean in? I'm not doing any trials. Calculate game map. Calculate distance. Destination. Destination in this case is dropoffs. Dot get. Followed by. Oh, but see, it's gonna want the ID, not.
Tragedy.
Yeah, and there really isn't a for each in JavaScript, is there?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there is.
Is there actually a for each?
Yeah.
JavaScript for each.
Or that's PHP.
This is where you get into the syntax, Justin. You could use maps, you could use objects, you could use lists, you could use arrays.
Anything, but no.
There's a ton of options.
Current.
You can also. I would look up maps while you're at it. You'll love it.
Maybe. I don't have time for maps.
Oh,
So let's just do this. Drop off.
Time for you.
Drop off.
Yeah, just mapping the function.
I wish. No, maps are a little bit different.
Function.
They're like linked. They're like linked lists, or they're just like an array, but literally anything can be the key. Like a function could be the key, and that has a bunch of built-in methods on it that make life easy. If you know what you're doing. It's where I struggle.
I don't know what I'm doing. Ship dot position. So then we're gonna do test drop dot position, because these have.
Yeah, logging is probably the most like testing a small thing of code is the hardest thing in this little game.
Yeah, they have a position. Good.
Right? I would think so.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, Kevin, we are a good anti-drug to sleeping. And if you guys don't know what I'm referencing when I start talking to Kevin and he didn't actually say anything, it's that he's actually talking on the Discord for this game with other people. You should go join the Discord and join
are we Discord people now too?
I've always been a Discord person, haven't you?
Oh my God. I have Discord, but I don't use it much.
Justin doesn't like Discord.
I don't like Discord either, but that's just because literally no valid reason other than I don't want to.
Chops, if you need a valid reason, go back and look at the highlights. We already know the terrorists use Discord. That's all you really need to know.
Discord is annoying to leave because it likes to stay open unless you like right-click exit. Nonsense. All right. Send me the Discord info.
It's a secret.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Uh,
You're damn straight I'm mean, Kevin.
0.
First.
Serial, I'm gonna hop in
Right here.
I'm gonna hop in 9 to 5's Discord, and I'm gonna go ahead and say some things that probably shouldn't pop up.
Go for it. It's a ghost town.
Got him.
Closest
Got him.
equals
Alright.
shipyard.position. Okay, so then
Man, scoping is my biggest problem.
Oh, it's for like the whole game.
what's this
mean,
new
it's like-
wave they're talking about?
New wave of people.
There's a new wave of people?
Alright, where are you guys
Like,
at that
we
you're
were at
chatting in
300,
this Discord?
but now we're at 700 or so.
We're just in general chat watching people talk about Halite and
Yeah.
their jobs, apparently.
So you were chatting in there and Justin happened to see it with all these people?
It's not that many people chatting. It goes by slow enough that I can see it. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the distance function here. If dist, so if dis or if
Hey,
yeah,
let's see if that
dist-
does anything.
This doesn't make any sense.
They know
My
people
bot
doing
crashed.
stuff.
Shocker.
Rip.
Oh, there's my boys.
If test
On the old-
dist is less than dist, then closest.
So
or dist
I'm not
becomes
100%
test dist.
certain that get drop-offs includes the shipyard.
I'm not either, but I'm going to deal with that problem later. Right now, I just want to try to get through this. If I have to add the shipyard position to... Actually, I can do that.
No.
Yeah, this will be really, really easy. So distance equals calculate distance between... We'll just start with that.
Nope.
There's a large amount of
Ship dot and then me dot ship yard dot position. Yeah, there. So it's going to start off assuming that the shipyard is closest. That seems easy enough. Then it'll loop through everything in there, and if the test what the okay, if the test difference is less than the current distance, then we're going to override closest, or we're going to override dist first. Then we're going to override closest to equal test drop dot position. Yeah, that sounds right. So that gets us out of our for loop. Then we're going to set destination equal to closest. Now, that sounds all reasonable. Now we got to go replace some functionality here. So anywhere we called naive navigate regarding turning in halite. So let's see, halite amount times 1, halite less than... I thought I labeled all these things so I could find them quicker in my spaghetti code. Is this my... Is that my go home? Max halite divided... No, that's not my go home. Where's my go home? That's my attack. I'm full. I did label it. Look at that. It says I'm full. So if we're going to do that, we're not going to use naive navigate. Instead, we're going to use ship dot home navigate, which is stupid. Why does it even take in ship then? It doesn't need that. We can get rid of the ship variable altogether. We can just say this, right? Because that's... I don't know. I'll just pass in ship again anyway. It was bad code to begin with. And I like doing things that are lazy. And what is going on? Too much communication. I got Twitch chat. I've got the Discord.
How do you inverse a sort?
Times the -1? I don't know.
reverse, baby. I don't remember, Jeff.
What do you mean?
Run the for loop backwards?
I don't think
Yeah, you should be able to run it backwards.
Or just call for...
Yeah, start it high, and then set your intermittent value to 0 or whatever, and then I negative.
Or you
Or
can just...
J, or whatever
your
your iterator is.
I appreciate your help, but
So you run it for loop backwards.
I'm trying to do it like this.
I mean, if you want... Oh. Right, so
They should have. There should be a reverse sort.
I'll just hope this works.
Is there not a reverse sort?
What?
If you want to go backwards, there should be a reverse sort.
I'm just gonna take the element at the end.
It works, right?
Well, we're
oh
running.
my god! I guarantee you.
Did you see what I was doing though?
No, I wasn't even that look.
Okay, so we've got...
There's literally a reverse. Every
another
language has a
crash
reverse.
spot here. Let's see where it crashed.
0.
A promise rejection. I like how they're called promise rejections. It makes me feel like I'm like breaking my wedding vows or something.
Your promise.
Well, they have promises now in JavaScript. They're like try catches, but they're apparently more interesting.
they result in a divorce. You need a lawyer.
No.
Return greater than 200. Do not produce ships. Your bot crashed. Where did it crash this time? Get unsafe moves. This dot. Oh, see, I'm not building it inside. So, where is this function normally? Where is naive move? It's on game map normally. Is that right? As opposed to ship.
Sure.
Yeah, it's on game map. So let's move this to be on game map because that's causing all sorts of problems for me right now. Where is that? I lost my code. I really do need to refactor. Like that's got to be the next thing. Which means I can move this whole thing out of the loop. It doesn't need to be in the loop. It shouldn't be in the loop. That's just bad form. Let's put it up here. But game map, does game map exist? Game map doesn't exist till right here. So it's got to be right here. It's still bad form. I'll deal with it later. Don't really care. Okay, so I moved that there, which means I need to go back down here and undo the ship. I'm just curious, of the people on the Twitches, if you are from Computer Club, say hi. Let me know you're here. Or just let me know you're here, if you want. I know you're not supposed to do that on Twitch, like tell people to tell you you're watching, but I'd like to know who's here. I think it'd be fun. And I know that some of you are the people that are currently talking to me. But should we tell the chats, Kevin, about this stream? It'd be dangerous.
What?
Like if we told the general chat about
it?
You told them you had code going in the background. You didn't tell them what code you had going in the background.
Yeah, no, I was getting the general. I mean, everything goes by so fast in that chat.
Is this gonna work?
Game, calculate distance, ship dot position, destination equals.
Damn it!
Y'all need to be in the old 9 to 5 Discord if we're gonna be Discording.
We're not actually Discording.
Well, you're in Discord.
Yeah.
You'd be in the 9 to 5.
Where's the line that I want to change? It's a part of the go home code, which is right above. Yeah, it's right above where I was coding before. So where I typed in ship dot something, I need to change it to.
Isn't this a list?
Man, I could be playing golf with friends right now.
You could be coding right now.
I could, but it's been so long since I was in JavaScript. I'd have to do Python, which is beautiful.
Your bot crashed. Yay!
RIP.
Oh, it crashed later though.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack Dorado instead.
Do it.
Got him.
El Dorado. Why? I hate it when it doesn't get all the way to the end of the turn list and like you didn't output anything.
Function. That's not helpful.
Entity 7 received 2 commands, but only 1 is permitted. Which one's Entity 7? Is it this one? Who's 7 and why did they get 2 commands without airing? 16.
007?
Is it the other bot? I don't know. HMS 12. HMS 7. Okay, so it is this one. Why is he going back and forth like that? Didn't I disable the stuff that causes that to happen? Also, what turn is it? It's not turn... Oh, we crashed. That's what I'm forgetting. We crashed at turn 175, apparently. Which, that's when we went to build. That's probably when we got to 4,000 resources, but why did it crash? Because it got two different commands. If dist is less than or equal to 1, then why was it?
Okay.
Why was it moving back and forth? That's what I don't understand. Was it like an odd number of... Maybe it was an odd number of spaces or something. It didn't like that. This one got to the end.
Yeah, my bot's
And it didn't err.
still crashing.
And it didn't err.
Nearest dot pop is not a...
And it built a base.
Taken dot.
I gotta pop this out. I gotta see if my bots actually did it. It never aired, and it did something. So let's jump ahead. So right here, oh my gosh, guys, I think it did it. It did. That guy dropped it. Was it intentional, though?
Like it's hot? Like it's hot? No?
This is interesting. Did it win? Did this bot win? No.
You can look at the graph. I like your added drama, though.
I can't. I mean, that's really close. I mean, I understand that it's... Yes, I can do that. Okay, so I bet the close logic. So let me. That's interesting. I'm gonna go now and change the close logic, which also sends it home to the shipyard, to be the home navigate function. So home navigate is at 95% here. We tell it to get unsafe moves. Why don't we just, that's if dist equals 1. But it doesn't know where it's going. So I need an unsafe version and a safe version. That's frustrating.
We add it.
So I'll call this unsafe home navigate.
Undefined. Lovely.
The best.
I worked really hard to figure out what this thing is. It's undefined.
Which means you didn't set it to value.
Unsafe home navigate.
Maybe.
Probably.
I'm trying to do this sort in a single line.
What if you put it in multiple lines and then compress
Well, that's
it?
quitter talk.
That is quitter talk.
Oh, my bad.
Please stop
Okay.
trying to tell him to not try for that. One-liners are sexy and beautiful. Stop it.
All right, my bad.
But it is
Plus,
incredibly
JavaScript is
confusing
a
to
great
read.
spot because you can just chain methods all day long.
But that doesn't help the readability. Let's put it that way. Ooh.
This is yours, not somebody else's. Don't worry.
True.
So this is iterating over people. I'm copying someone else's syntax is the problem. I'm trying to apply it to my problem.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
fine.
I know that's how you code.
Yeah.
You
That's
do
how
it
you
somewhere
learn.
else. Yeah,
It's called programming, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Targets.sort is fine. This.
I think I
Dope.
How does it know that a...
Should that stay still?
Because I'm applying a function and that's the function. So what if I try to sort an array that only has one element?
It shouldn't do anything. Just give you that array, the element. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
I don't know.
You just
Hopefully.
have to make sure that your A and B are the same
What are you
value.
using to sort it? How about you just put an if conditional that says if this shit is one long, just send it back.
Well, that's the thing. I suppose I could look at it ahead of time, but I want to make this a little bit more. I
Or
want to
what?
learn. I just want to learn.
If it's one thing, send that shit back.
I can bypass. Yeah, I'm already adding. Yeah, that is something that I might do. But the problem is, it's not going to help me figure out right now. I'd have to do this exercise Justin's doing, where I'd have to actually go build a drop off to see if it can handle 2.
I
And that's just
I don't know
more
what problem
shit
you're
I have
solving.
to code.
The only thing
I'm
I
trying
can
to have it identify the nearest drop-off, and I only have the shipyard.
Yeah, these things mean nothing to me.
Yeah, it's okay.
You gotta put it in like terms of like.
What did I screw up? I screwed something up.
Like I need to find the distance between 2 points or something like that.
Basically,
That's something that's something we can help you with, maybe. You know what I mean?
I have that's the easy part because it has a calc distance. But the hard part for me is
always behind that shit. Oh my god.
Thing.
Oh boy. So many errors. No regret.
What am I missing, guys? I know I'm missing something. We're all in that spot right now. Naive navigate.
Actually, though, we all are. Easy.
I'm full ship. Go home. Move me. Where's the endgame code? The endgame code is endgame code.
Doesn't throw an error until here.
Where the heck is DX? And why does it work there?
Alright, let's try this.
I love spaghetti code. I love spaghetti code. I love spaghetti code.
Oh,
what?
It tastes like spaghetti.
Please stop playing these characters, people.
Okay, so 95% it goes home. We told it to use unsafe home navigate as it should. Oh, I gave it parameters that it doesn't need though.
Wow.
It only needs ship. And this one only needs ship. Save, run. Let's see what happens this time. It's probably not going to work.
Here's dot pop is not a
Your bot crashed.
Probably because it's still undefined.
Unhandled promise cannot read property 2-wire format of
No.
undefined at ship.move.
Oh no.
Entity mybot 185. That's like right here.
DX.
Ship.move, safe move.
Fine, we'll do it over more lines.
Wait.
That's quitter talk right there.
I'm done. I'm done.
This is just bad coding, Justin. Why did you do
that? But I can see how it actually doesn't get me anything. I'm just taking an arrow away.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. We had some extra code there that didn't belong. Your bot generated a log, fetching replay, no error, popping it out. Let's pop it and lock it, baby. Who won?
Sure.
Oh, red still won. Now the question is, why did red win? Because this guy had a base. He had more ships and a base. All his base belongs to us.
It's true.
And why didn't more of his ships die? Because they I don't know. Let's run this one again. I kind of want to see. Save, run.
My bot crashed again.
Okay, so here we got the bot. Who won? Red wins again. I'm beginning to think that bases don't do us any good.
Not yet, probably.
I mean, this bot is just kind of sitting there. So maybe I have an idea. What if we change the bot's state after? Because it's basically like the discrepancy right now is that this bot's just sitting idle for now. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna undo.
I just had a widow definitely turn on their cheats at the end of a map, and then I just altered their whole team, and they immediately left the game.
I'm going to. I'm gonna disable the builder logic for the moment. I'm gonna save that. Then instead of that, I'm going to say
Still undefined.
If me dot... Oh, this is so messed up. If me dot Halite is greater than 4,000... then I'm going to convert. Let's find the bot that is furthest away from. Yeah, furthest away from the base. Which means I have to go through all my ships. It's kind of like the same loop I just ran. Except instead of...
Go to...
Instead of drop-offs, it's ships.
New position. Expose Y. Make my day really easy. Please work. Ah. Why won't you run?
You forgot a semicolon?
Probably.
This is
Oh.
defeating.
Yes, it is.
Can't get a fucking simple sort to work over an array.
How are we playing this anymore?
Are you in
Get
You're
Halite, get...
in JavaScript?
Yeah.
Can't help you right now.
He's busy winning.
I would help you, except I can't see your code.
It's been too long since I've been on a JavaScript. If you're in Python, I could probably help you. Ooh, which should I play? Winston? Done.
In the
I wanna
Discord,
play
they're
Winston.
saying for sorting an array, there's literally 13 methods. I just like to point that out.
Wait, where at?
Should be a lot of ways to
below
sort an
what you wrote.
array. There's a crap ton of sorts. You
No.
can build sorts yourself.
I know, guys. This is a simple sort, and I don't know why it's not working, because error handling is hard to do.
Yeah, but this is PHP.
I'm not worried about that.
There's a billion different ways I can create key pair or key value pairs and sort and map and blah da 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 da.
You probably just
The fact that
like
there's
you're probably
so many
just
options
missing.
makes it hard.
Like, are you getting an error or just not something you
Yeah.
expect?
And I'm getting an error. If I got something,
You're
that'd be
probably
great. I'm
just.
getting-
It's probably like a typo, or you're missing a semicolon or some nonsense.
It tells me about that.
It's always fun. So we're gonna get the
And
ship.
I
Like,
don't
it's
know.
not. The thing is, it's not returning anything as far as I can tell.
No, you see, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to program in their little thing there, so I don't know.
It works. Yes. So happy right now.
You're about to crash. Cannot read property position of undefined. Yeah, I get it. You're not returning anything. Why?
Because
Did like that arrow function.
Okay, so for each ships, we're going to test the ship. We're going to calculate the distance from the ship position to me dot shipyard, right?
Oh.
Shipyard dot position. If test distance is greater than distance, then we're going to set that to distance, and we're going to set far equal to test ship dot position. Okay, so then we get to the end of this, and then we say right here, this is where the magic will all happen. We're then going to convert said ship. Do I need to convert it into a builder? No. I'm just going to Command Q push.
Doomfists are the most
Frustrating.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
It's their shield that they can put on themselves. It's too strong.
Yeah. If they're good,
Isn't
it's feast or famine, eh? They're good, they're amazing. If they're bad, they're shit.
So we're gonna convert it to that, and then we're going to disable ship. Ship. Dot. No. We can't use
no.
ship. Ship is a bad.
All right, come on, guys, push up. Oh my god.
Disable ship. Bad ship.
Also,
And
Sombra is stupid now too. I played her earlier, and she's so easy. It's dumb. Like you can be invisible forever until you just decide to engage.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
How is
dumb.
that? How is that a good mechanic?
okay, so
Like they don't even have to make a decision.
I'm gonna disable the ship. Bad ship equals 1. So I turn the ship into a drop off, and then I never try to do anything else again with it. So in theory, as soon as I have 4,000 resources, oh, this might. I just realized there's a bigger problem. I'm gonna build a whole bunch of resources plus my bot crash. So built equals 1. Let's save that and run it again. And then see where the bot crashed. The 15-second timeout. I really got to get a local environment set up for this so that I don't have to worry about that. And then I can start using a nice editor, and it didn't crash that time. How did that change it? I don't know. Let's pop out the replay and watch it this way because it's way more fun to watch in real time on the big screen. So, first of all, green still did not win as far as I can tell. Yep, nope, green did not win. But let's see if it actually did what we wanted. So it took the bot that was furthest away right there. See, now that's not true. How is that bot the furthest away?
What are you referencing it to? Furthest away from base?
Yeah, it should have taken this guy down here, right? I mean, because he's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I'm kind of glad they took that one, but
Did you get it?
maybe I'm on the wrong turn. All right, let me go back up till maybe he was. He was. I think he was the furthest at that exact moment.
If it works, right? No. This was gonna work.
Come on!
Didn't.
Step on the point. Their whole team's dead.
Oh, rip.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
The replay is broken. It doesn't clear off the.
You have to pop out to get the good one.
I know, but
In general.
even with the good one, the replay when you rewind doesn't clear shipyards.
Oh, really?
Or at least it didn't for me. That's kind of
Maybe
frustrating.
it's just the cache issue. Something. Also, I do like that with the lots of Halite to the 0 and 32. Like, that's right.
I got my sort to work. I got my sort to work. I got my sort to
Are they
work.
really just wasting
Was
time
it one
trashing
line?
PHP over in the Discord?
Yeah.
Fun.
They're programmers.
Yeah, what else would they do?
Yeah, programmers don't like things that are functional.
Like PHP?
Yeah.
I agree.
PHP sucks. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
I don't. It has its pros and cons. They all have their pros and
I
cons.
have literally no care.
There's no best language, sadly. Otherwise, I'd be
Programmers
using it.
are a horrible group of people.
I agree.
They're
I thought it
convinced
out.
that they're the smartest people in the world, and they're not. They're just socially awkward people.
Yeah, well, they're somewhat smart. Yet can be.
Oh yeah,
somewhat
no,
stupid.
there are smart programmers. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but they're not the smartest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Will
smart
they
people that are
return
socially
home?
awkward.
So
Yeah.
right here is when the bot dies. So
Come on.
At that
Is there a
exact
bot
moment,
there?
how
There's
is
not a bot at home. Why is no one going home?
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time with this.
I don't understand. So let's look at the loop and figure out what I did wrong.
Play
So for
redhead.
each ship, test the distance. Game, calculate distance. Oh, it's got to do test ship dot position.
Oh, this dude's definitely cheating.
Me
On the other team.
dot shipyard.
What? Who plays cheats in quick play? Like, what kind of person are you? Play cheats in quick play?
Maybe he forgot to turn them off.
Or he's testing them out.
Oh,
He's probably testing them. I'm assuming.
yeah. I mean, no one really forgets about their replays.
But like the dude's just like snapping heads, like instant. Like it's just, come on, man. Like everybody knows you're a cheater.
Everybody knows your game.
Mm-hmm.
You're a cheater.
So when do I get to 4,000? Well, this doesn't seem smart at all. Why does my bot do this?
Oh, come
Why
on.
is no one turning in? They clearly decided to come home.
This is like
The
this is one of the
turtles.
weirdest graphs I've seen in a long time.
Glad, because I'm not seeing it. Oh, yeah, weird.
Did I err? That might be why. What I'm at turn. Yeah, I must have erred. Something crashed. Okay, that explains a lot. Let's see where the crash is.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not going to tell me where the crash is.
If spawning ship.
Your bot crashed. Test ship, ships.
Just do mh.commands.add.
Is there a way to get like the log that got truncated or whatever? Like why? I swear this thing does not always give me the entire log.
Well, that's your bot's log, not your air log. Oh, it's both logs.
Entity 11 received 2 commands on this turn. Okay, so that's the problem, but only one is permitted. Did I not tell it to disable the ship? Disable ship, bad ship, test ship.id. So it received 2 commands. The commands it should have received, it should have disabled it. There shouldn't be another command for it to get.
mh.token.add
Add command 206.
ticket. Taken? Position.
2ME.
That
3M. Move. Yeah, so C. 2M. Move 11 east. Move 21 north. Move 18 O. C11. Move 11. So it tried to move it, but why? Why was it not disabled? Disable ship test ship.id. That's the right.
Oh. That'll do it.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, Justin.
Why?
It did stuff. Didn't do smart stuff, but it did stuff.
Well, you know, there's one way around this problem. I can always make it yet another else if. Else if. Done. My code is so horrible, so atrocious, and yet, here we are. My bot crashed again. Let's find out why.
Oh. Huh. My bots just don't move.
But that cell was already owned by player 0. Entity 7 was directed to construct at 8:16. What's 8:16?
Why doesn't it move?
It tried to build on base. That doesn't sound like right. Test distance is greater than distance because that should happen. Then distance equals test. Far equals test ship dot position. Yes. Bad ship equals test ship dot ID. That sounds great to me. So it runs through each one of these, calculates the distance between the test ship and the shipyard. If the distance is greater than the previous distance, we replace it, which is exactly what should happen. Then we test far. So let's add one more check here. So then if dist is greater than, it's got to be at least 8. Then do this. Otherwise, we're just going to sit there another turn because that sounds like fun. That sounds reasonable. Let's see what happens this time. Your bot crashed. Why did it crash again?
No.
Entity 7 was again already owned. Why is it trying? I'm going to have it write this to the screen because this makes no sense to me.
Ooh. What?
Save, run. So learning to make these stations is kind of tricky. I still don't know if this is even going to be a valid strategy when all is said and done, but
I applaud you for spending time on it.
yeah, Entity 21.
What problem are you running into?
Well, at the moment, I must have some sort of weird syntax gobbledygook or something going wrong because it seems to think that it should build on top of my shipyard, which I don't. Command Q push ship. No! Why would I do ship here? Gosh, thank you, Richard. I think you figured out what I needed to do. Maybe.
I don't know if I did.
Ship. Bad ship equals test ship dot ID. Why wouldn't I just do bad ship equals test ship? So bad ship.
There's an error log.
Bad ship dot make drop off and then disable bad ship dot ID. I think I was just confusing variables here. This should work. Let's see what happens. No error. Let's pop it out. Watch what happens. So we've got the bots here. First of all, I'd like to point out that this was a dang close match. So let's figure out. Green actually won, and there's a base on the map. So that's interesting. We'll see if it consistently wins here. So the attack happens. We move around. Blah, 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 blah. Tries to block. Don't really care. See, now that's where the AI logic is going to come into play. Does building a second base versus blocking even make sense? I don't know.
Oh no. What the crap? Why does my bot not do?
I feel like Jorge over on the other channel needs to work on his bot.
I have a bit of fuck.
Maybe he
That is the
doesn't
furthest.
want to. He's the furthest. He's number 1. Nah, Recurse is gonna swoop in and take the lead again.
He's literally number 1?
No, right now it's Rachel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why do you say he's number 1?
Nah, I joke. But like, I feel like Rachel's in the beta. Given that they had like 90 versions. And it's only been 2 days.
Holy crap, that was a big explosion.
Dang. Make it bigger.
Oh, I like this though. This was pretty slick.
Me dot
So
chips that.
Let's make I'm gonna make the distance just a little bit further. Dist has to be greater than 10. Save, run. I just want to get a feel for what distance does to the bot check here. So my horrible spaghetti code. I do love the prototyping nature of what I've been doing. I really do need to spend some serious time cleaning it up, but oh my gosh, this is dang close again.
Or do you? I mean,
I lost by 400, and there's a base
Dang.
way over there.
cost benefit, baby.
That's
Sad.
Okay, so we're gonna lower one other number while we're at it. So is max turns guaranteed to be like, I haven't looked up how max turns is determined. Is max turns determined by map size or no?
I don't think
Yes.
it's that specific.
Yes.
Maybe it is.
It's linear to map size. And it should be a constant.
It is.
Yes.
I mean, max turns is a constant, but what I'm getting at is, like, I feel like 95% is maybe the right number for a smaller map, but 95% is not the right number for a larger map.
Would be 95%.
Like when all the bots need to turn around and go home.
Oh, I don't. That's not how I do it.
I'm gonna try that one. Are you, like, do you calculate how many
Oh.
turns are left and whether or not they can get there?
That's what I would do. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
that's more code.
It's not exactly perfect though, because they don't always get home.
Why?
Exactly.
Just-
They get caught in.
Because if they run
But
into
that's-
other bots,
Yeah, it's the naive that slows them down.
but you could
Bots don't
Three to
really.
one.
you could put like a
By
little
$3,000.
buffer zone in there.
They didn't die.
I do that actually. I do a modification. I actually do a modification based on the number of ships that I have.
Why didn't they suicide down there?
Otherwise, you'd have to keep a model in your code about what the map looked like.
Are you
No,
using
the
naive?
real answer is to
No, I
get
don't think so.
get a brain in there that is able to bring them in efficiently, and then
That's
I
what
can
I'm saying.
be
You'd
more
have
efficient.
to keep a model of where all your bots were and whether their paths would intersect.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying like
You just have to do it.
that'd be the desirable
That's
Yeah.
the next step.
thing.
Oh, that's why.
A
Because
step.
because it's calculating distance based on that. Do I really have to put that logic in here? I don't want to.
We think. And if Halite is greater than 500, this is false. Else if
That's one.
this dot, oh
Fish
no,
move. Leave, navigate. Crashing.
Is that why
Or-
things are breaking?
Yeah.
Home navigate.
The
Yeah,
next
so I
one's
need
save.
to run this distance check here. Which means I gotta go up here and find my movement function.
I really wish that I had logged things correctly. Like, all this could be solved. But no.
Do it, man.
I just keep making my code worse and worse. That's why I got it. That's why I really need to refactor. Like, it's
Yeah,
nuts.
you do.
Game turn number.
So the ship has to think. And it's like, whoa, what if I just didn't think. Game, is it less than max height divided by 10? Yes. What is? Wait.
How the is that possible?
How?
Okay, let's see this again. See if they all suicide at the end on the other zone now.
Oh.
What do you mean? They collide into one another.
Oh.
I feel like I'm missing something.
14, I think green lost this one. Yep, they did.
What the hell?
Where did the second...
Oh.
Oh, if this dot
How did my
gallery
team get 4K'd by a blade?
I don't know, man.
my log? Does this happen?
It never built a base. Why did it never build a base?
Meanwhile, my
work?
previous bot continues to kick my butt.
Meanwhile, my bot doesn't move. There's an error now. Wipe at 0. What the crap? Oh.
Oh, because I only build it... Gosh, my own logic. Gone. One more time.
Wait, but that... it fails.
What?
My code fails, which means that I can solve it down because I can figure out where...
Oh, who's going to win this one?
Not me.
Barely lost 8-6, but all my bots died. Yeah, there's something about the viewer. What?
If this...
.shipyard.position. Me.shipyard.position. Why is naive navigate returning 0, 0?
I'm going to make sure that my ship is full. I'm going to add that little requirement in too. See, now this is where the machine learning could be fun. Like, I could just program the bot to actually do various activities and then let the computer figure out what these numbers should actually be.
Yes, that's the idea of machine learning. But
you should do it.
Should. But I'm lazy.
I should too.
Your log is limited, and that stinks.
Not if you run it locally.
I don't know how to do that. I saw you do it yesterday, but it made me go, what?
You just run the game through rungame.bat, but you must have Node. Or Justin did not. That's why it didn't work for him.
Node.
Node.js.
I have Node installed.
Okay, green 1. That's a good sign. Let's run it again.
Green 1?
Uh-oh. I should probably put a check in to make sure.
Are you beating your online bot?
Wow. Seriously?
By creating a new base, you're beating your online bot?
Yes. Which is intriguing, especially since my base logic is
Rudimentary, at least.
rudimentary. Now, I beat it once. This most recent time was a mistake. A horrible, horrible mistake.
That's equal to 0, then 0. Equals 0. Equals 0. Fingers crossed.
But see, I'm basically just taking a guess at when a base should be built, and I have absolutely no idea. So I'm just testing more and more rules to see how it behaves when I do those things. So like, man, this was really close again. Where's the base? When did it get to 4,000?
Top palette equals 0. Why?
So it didn't get there. Let's up this. Game turn timer. And let's set this to 1.5.
Ah, why doesn't this work? And x equals this position x plus I plus u divided by w. Ah.
This check
All right.
can't be here.
Oh, we got a Congo line.
Congrats.
I need to put in like deconga.
Come on.
Decongify the situation.
Do I still need the else if here if it... Oh, I hope that's saved. The editor crashed. That's no fun.
Please work, please work, please work, please work. Okay, so I'm getting it to work, I guess. I guess, oh, God dang it. Now I have to start posting.
Built
I think I might lose some ships.
4,000.
Holy!
If it disables the ship, then we should be able to get away with that. Disable ship bad ship.id 1. Save. That should work. Got all these extra tabs. I gotta close a few of them. Pop out replay. Let's watch this one. Who wins? Green one.
Why does it never change? Amazing.
But it never built.
So what? I'm so confused why this doesn't work.
You and me
Just
both.
like,
Why
yeah.
didn't it build?
Okay, fine.
Hope people on Twitch are enjoying this. We're into the ending portion of the stream here where we try to get our final little bugs out of our tests for the night.
My new bot just beat my old bot. 22,000, 23,000 will round to 10,000.
Not bad.
Nice. I
The
still
question
need to
is,
get
does it do it consistently, or was that random chance?
that random function.
Well, we'll run it again.
Okay, so I got correct position X and position Y. I want to go to that position X, position Y. Like, hey, go to this position. And then we determine P dot
No,
X.
it's not just 0.6. Gosh, I'm an idiot. You actually got to multiply the percentage by something to have it, have meaning.
Yeah, right. If only that were this easy over here.
Also, what is with this editor? Okay. Save. Run. Are you writing JavaScript over there, Kevin, or are you writing some other language?
Java.
You're in Java?
Oh!
Yeah, except it's not working. Why are they 0? Okay, now
Stupid conga lines!
I think I figured things out. Why
It made one.
the crap?
It made 1 and 1. Let's run it again. Run.
Are you saying P.X is what?
Dropout replay.
Yep.
20,
Freaking
20. Oh, this is gonna be
X.
close.
This that.
Oh, it won by 60, and it had a base. Wow. Okay, let's do it again. Run. If I get 3 in a row, I'm uploading it. I think.
Watch this.
Actually, I'm gonna do one more on a larger map, but
I'm gonna watch this.
it won. That's 3 in a row, baby. Okay, let's try a large map just for the sake of it. Save, run. Did I actually? So this is the fun part about these experiments. I had no intention of making the bot better tonight because I didn't think I could do it with bases tonight. I just wanted functional bases with some functional logic to get there. But I think I may have actually ended up building a better bot, which is somewhat surprising. So here we go, guys. Let's see. Let's go look at where things stand before I launch this here.
Why are they both 8?
Okay, so right now I'm at 56.29, which is not my peak. He's played exactly 100 games, so timing could not be better. And we are currently rank 59. So let's push this guy up, submit, and see if I end up having to resubmit immediately because of errors. And we have reset. This is bot number 25 entering the scene. We are waiting for game 1. It's a good way to end the stream. We got a few more minutes here. While I do that, I'm going to see if any of these other guys... Have any of you submitted anything tonight? Like, I don't even know if anybody
No, but I think I'm close.
Why is it different this
Soccer
time?
Dude has. Soccer Dude has a rating now. Way to go, Soccer Dude. Way to go,
Dang.
Owen. On getting in here, doing some stuff.
Would be
Reload.
funny if we knew.
Let's see. Come on. Where's the scores? Show me the scores.
This one should work, I guess. I don't know why it doesn't.
Okay, we got our first game, and I lost it.
How do you process a direction?
North, south, east, or west?
Yeah, I know, but I basically want to... I wanted to do it easy, but I might have to just do it difficult, which is, I guess, fine.
Okay, so red knew how to handle my attack. That's always the first little downside to my bot. Let's see if I end up building a base in this one. I feel like I should be building a base in like 1 turn.
Why does this work?
I should be building a base next turn. I think I built a base, but where did it put it? I went from
There's
4,000.
0 there.
Went from 4,000 down to 1,000. Why? Oh, did I build one way over here? I did, but it's invisible. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, sometimes the rendering of bases, there's some weird... Because I'm pretty sure there's a base right here. It should be
Yeah, they're...
Yeah, you can see the robots know it's there. Yeah, they're all heading toward it.
You probably clear your cache, you'll probably see it.
Yeah, if I reload this one. Let's see if there's another game that comes up.
There he had more.
I'm all the way down to 494. Oh my gosh, I just picked up 5 games in a like instantly. Second, third, second, fourth. Not great, but
you aired out
What?
of 3 of them.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Why am I airing?
Oof.
Okay, I need to get a new bot up then. I don't like errors.
Oh, welcome to my rating. Oh, slumming in the 40s. Yeah. It looks like you lose everything, so...
Yep, I'm downloading the logs, checking the errors.
Your
Oh.
opponent,
Double move.
you squash
7
your
was
opponent though.
directed to construct at 823, but the cell was already owned by player 0 at command 1 of 8. So how?
That's you.
Yeah, how is it at 8?
So 2 bots got the order to construct.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Entity 7 was directed to construct at 21. What I wonder is 2142, is that base? Who am I? I am green. Clicking on that. Location data is 2121. Oh! Oh! Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, I need to put a check in for that. So, my bots, like right now, I assumed just pick the bot that's the furthest away. The problem is, some of my bots are sitting on the other opponent's base playing blocker. So I need to make sure that there isn't something in the position already. So, let's see.
Oh.
That's just dumb sanity checks. So, if me dot whatever game turn number, yep, okay. Go through each ship, check if the ship, okay, if distance is greater than 10 and bad ship dot, I gotta be able to check the position. Where's the, I need the learn window. It's the little things that get my bots, guys. This is the, it's gonna tank my ranking, and then I'm gonna have to wait till morning to see it come back. And stay still, move direction, spawn. I need to know map cell is empty. That doesn't help me. Is occupied, returns true if there's a ship has structure. That is what I need to check. So map cell has structure. So bad ship dot.
Is it really bad? I think he's just doing what he's told.
This is true. Game map dot. I know I've done this before. Game map dot get. No. Ship dot position. Yeah, okay. So game map dot get bad ship dot position. So it's gonna get that spot dot has structure, which is not the proper syntax in JavaScript. Has structure returns returns true if there is a structure. If there's a structure. So and not. So no building. But I feel like I should run that check here.
If I just file, open file.
Save, run, does it compile? If it compiles, I'm submitting it because I don't really care at this point. Nope, bot crashed.
Darn.
Because is it called test ship dot position game map dot get? Where's
I mean,
the
you're
error?
getting back up there. You're not. You might be erroring, but you aren't erroring all of your games.
No, I'm only erroring the ones where I try to do insane stuff. Function.
Ooh.
147 if test and not does work in JavaScript, right? Like that's not
Exclamation mark equal. Oh, and exclamation mark in front, yes.
has structure is not a function. Has structure. Has structure. Oh, it's not a function. It's a value. It's the little things. Run. Compile my. Oh, I have it in 2 spots. It's not going to compile. Save. Run.
This
15-second
works.
roll. Debugging is the longest portion of the evening.
Well, it's coding, so yeah.
This is
Starting game. Your bot generated a log. Fetching replay. Show me the replay. It didn't crash.
Wants the replay.
And because it didn't crash, I trust myself. I'm going to submit it. Because I hated that bot. The previous bot. The previous bot was a loser.
He crashed.
In this game. I didn't win the game. Wait, did I? No, I didn't win the game against myself. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm going to lose a few to myself. I might win a few. I want to win more. We'll see what happens. Okay,
Oh, no.
so we go back to view profile. And we are now on bot 26. Bot 26 hasn't played any games yet.
This works. It'll be tragic.
What's tragic is a bot that errors. Red underlines. My code was not properly quality tested. We know because it erred. So yeah, you said while we wait for it to run a game, there are now 758 players. That's not bad.
That's cool.
What determines the initial rating number? That's the other thing that I was trying to figure out the other day.
I don't know.
Richard's beating me.
Why does this not work?
Okay, I got 1 game under my belt, and I won it. Let's see if I built a base. That's the question.
Oh, that's why it doesn't work. Because I'm dumb.
Aperture science.
I built one. I built a base. Oh, and I blocked him, which just inherently makes it a win. Let's go back out. I want to see one where I win because of the base.
Does this work? Log dy plus dx.
If you throw an error and cause the other person to get 0, do you win?
No, once you error out, you get kicked out because you can't give commands.
But it's still 0. Everybody got 0.
No, you're kicked out, so technically they still. Well, if you get kicked out, all of your ships get kicked off. Oh, huh.
But they had an error too, so maybe they erred before me.
I don't know. Let's look at this.
Crash.
So
missing
purple aired out?
All the time.
Probably.
So
Yeah,
many
purple aired out.
parentheses. So many parentheses.
Yeah, purple aired out before you, so you technically are a winner in their book. Which means nothing.
We do actively monitor how many games a person is playing. How can you control how many games you're playing?
Very carefully.
It's probably trying to make people feel comfortable that aren't getting a lot of games.
Make some great digital signage. You guys are ramping up my games right now, right? Nice. But if 5K people sign up and start playing, then we'd have to ramp up, obviously. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, game number 2. I came in second place, and I beat another attack bot, which I'm okay with. Let's see if I built a base. This is the first time I think I've seen the base bot against a 4-player game.
Okay, this has to work. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my mind.
He built a base.
Much doubt that this worked. Ah,
Interesting.
why? Why is it 0?
Very interesting. He didn't go as far away as I would have liked, but...
Why is position X and...
See, this Jorge guy in chat just hates the world. You can tell because now he's just ragging on Bitcoin. He just rags on whatever he wants. He's not happy with anything. Okay. Let's go back to the game, see if we've got any more games. Not yet.
Int log like if X.
I'm confused. So Snar, I assume, actually works for these people, right?
Yeah.
Does Jorge?
No.
Okay, he's just... Okay.
Yeah, he's joking.
Ranting.
Yeah.
But he's one of the top players right now, or are you joking about that?
I have no idea where his rank is. I was
Let's see
joking.
if we can find him.
We probably can. It's not that hard.
Hey, look at that.
Tell me what he
matches.
is.
327.
Oh, okay.
University of Pennsylvania. Bots in C# or .NET. He's had 2 bots, 318 games.
Fun. This has to work. Ah. How's it going, Sim?
Yeah, let's go.
How's it going?
Let's go. Have you made any? Has anybody else made any submissions besides me tonight?
No.
No, I'm just dying over here. That's all.
There's no reason to make a submission when my bot. It still gets gridlocked, my old one, but that's about the worst thing it does, other than just kind of work.
I lost this one. Let's see by how
Doesn't
much.
throw any errors, that's for sure.
I'm trying to figure out why there's 536 Halite on where my drop-off is, and why. Like, there shouldn't be, right? Plus Halite? No. Yes. The hell up.
Yeah, so telling them to go, I think the next thing I want to implement is telling them to go home if they have once they have enough turns to do it.
Once my bots get into gridlock, they are host.
That's got to be a pretty simple change for me to make too. Let's see. So the go home code is this 95% or 90 whatever percent that I'm running. Where is it? 94%. So what we really want to do is we want to check whether or not game turn number is max turns minus game turn number
and
is greater than the distance to the nearest. So I don't want to have to calculate the distance to the nearest thing every single time. So where did I do that the first time? Closest, strangely, it's right here. So we're going to move that code out of the if. We're going to move it up here.
Hopefully this should work. As I've previously stated. But what? Why does it... If x equals this supposition, blah blah blah.
So close dist. Yep. If turn is greater than closest dist.
Yeah, for every ship, it should think. Unless, is it the same ship?
So 30, closest dist is 20. So it actually needs to be less than closest dist, and we're going to give it a 5-turn buffer. Right? Because then it can handle collisions maybe a little better.
Wait. Is this the reason why? No, it isn't. Why? That's been perceived.
Oh, it crashed. Why did it crash?
Um,
Dropoffs is not defined.
Go to ship in 51. Go to in ship in 51. Why am I getting a divide by 0 error?
Why am I getting a drop-offs is not defined error?
If this equals 0. Oh, no. No.
Where'd the drop-off line go?
I realized everything for... I realized why everything's wrong. Ah!
My code has gotten just so atrociously messy.
Stop saying that, it makes all of us feel bad.
Yep. Oh my god. Is this stream gonna happen tomorrow, Thomas? Probably not tomorrow, unless it's late. I mean, it might. It might happen maybe 10:30. It depends. I am at the Timberwolves game tomorrow night with my family, so I might be here. Richard probably won't be because he's got game night.
Why does my turtle keep going back and forth?
But I'm going to try to be doing it pretty much every night. So I'll try. I'll try to get it going at 10:30, assuming I get home in time from the basketball game, all that fun stuff.
I didn't change anything, but it works.
Mine kind of looked like it worked too, but 5 apparently was not enough. Why was 5 not enough? Let's give it 10. I don't really like wasting moves, but 10.
Why is dy and dx both 1?
Because
this is
derivative function is incorrect?
Yes, this is illegal.
See? Called it. You're trying to use calculus already on your bot?
Yeah,
I haven't
I've
even
tried.
dreamed about using calculus on my bot. I should. I mean, I've talked about rate of change, but no. That's too much.
Oh, I'm dumb.
No, you're not, Kevin. May I remind you, you're using calculus on your bot.
Yeah, I was like, how are you actively applying that?
Okay, so... Well, so the thing is just change an X, change an Y, trying to get to a position. To the point where, since I'm doing diagonals, both of them are 1, because they both want to go in a direction. But that's illegal in my code.
What?
If DX.
We can go on diagonals?
No. That's why it's breaking.
Cheater.
Yeah. Oof. That solves everything. Oh,
Turn number.
that's the reason why I wrote this equation, so that I didn't do diagonals.
Oh.
Oh.
20. So at 500.
Rip. I regret
500,
everything.
You have 20 turns left. Closest distance is greater than.
Spaghetti co. Spaghetti gaddy co.
I'm tired enough to the point here where I'm not sure.
I'm not talking about you, sadly.
Got him.
I feel like
Spaghetti
it's
co.
backwards.
Not helping myself at all.
I'm gonna keep that log in there right now. Let me see if this works. Watch our last match.
If
Why aren't you moving? Why the fuck are you not moving? Oh.
so, if 20.
I have lost my mind.
My bot what? Crap?
So this is turns left. There are 20 turns left. If the closest distance is greater, than the number of turns left, that's bad. Closest dist, so 15, 20. So it's 20 away, and there are only 19 turns, then we want to go home. So
Damn it.
But finally,
margin of error to 10. Let's just
dx dy.
So if the closest dist, assume we need 10 extra trips. Yeah, that logically that works. Then we have 20. Okay. Let's try the math again. See what happens. Run the bot.
Oh. No. So I have a function and it's not actually being called at all. Which is why nothing worked. Oh no.
Because he had 0 halite. That's why he moved. How did he move off, though? Because shouldn't he be disabled? Once it gets to the destination, doesn't it disable? If dist equals 0, disable ship, disable. So why did he move? Because he moved, and that's when he lost. He moved there, and he lost it, and he didn't get. Okay, so let's give him one more reason.
One more reason to cry. Ooh. This is different. Oh no, that's because
They gotta have at least 100 halite to make me happy now. No, let's do 50. 50 sounds like a better number. Right.
they're moving.
After 4 long days of coding, Kevin finally got a bot that could move.
No. The bot's moving.
Backwards. He's moonwalking.
So one is just moving in between tiles, basically running out of halite. The other one's doing this rectangle? What?
What does it mean when a ship is glowing?
It's inspired.
It's inspired.
No. Not circle glowing. Like
It just has more.
It has more.
The brighter
highlight.
it is, the more it has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long night, guys.
So why did he not make it? So we're going to follow this one in particular. 1, 2.
Okay, now
1.
we introduce the other bots.
Add 7, 20. So he's 28. Wait.
Oh,
1,
no.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. You know what? I think the random is screwing me. Where's that random crap?
Oof. That'll do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to modify his code just a little bit, and I'm going to make it... I'm just going to make it ×2. So +1 doesn't do him any good. It's just, I'm going to give him twice as much time to get home as he thinks he needs.
My
Save.
computer is hot
Run.
and screen.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if everybody gets home.
Are you saying about my computer wasn't charging?
They still didn't all get home.
Sorry?
Did he get
Battery.
jammed?
Unknown. Right, whatever. It's charged up enough. It's hot.
Let's do ×3. Save.
Kablam.
Run.
3.
These are just like minute tweaks at this point. They don't.
My bot, what?
I feel like it's not making any difference.
What's my...
What's their halite amounts?
What are they trying to do?
818. Why did he not get home? Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So their max distance will get shorter.
Okay, so that's good. Or no, not really.
See, I should change its state. That's what I should do. So what I'm going to do is come up here. If these things are true, and close distance is not calculated yet, so that's right here. If these things are true, then ship states ship.id equals endgame.
I'm gonna be done for the night. See you guys later.
Later.
See ya. I'm almost done. I want to make this happen. Where's the 95% line? If I get this one little tweak. I should go back and look to see how the bot's running now that it's been running for half hour or whatever. Right here. Endgame. If it's not one of these, and so why don't we just say if... Oh, I should probably move these. Yeah. If ship state ship.id equals endgame, move back up here to endgame. So that's fine. And then these also have to be true because we don't want to lose our little advantage. So all of this is an and. Save. Let's see if it errors. Because I think the timing, I think what was happening is the timing would get narrower. So Thomas, you may feel like that, and what I would recommend, at least right now, if I knew you were here right at the beginning, what I would do is I'd actually take you through the basics of getting your first spot running.
Very simple tutorial.
Yeah, just a really quick tutorial through things. Otherwise, the other thing you can do is you can go back and watch yesterday's video tomorrow or whatnot if you want. I'm kind of doing more advanced stuff because I kind of did that all right at the beginning of the video, but I'd gladly stop. And I don't want to do it now because I'm going to go to bed here shortly, but I would gladly stop and walk through, you know, getting up and running. Now, see, that's interesting. These bots were all dancing. Not type safe equality bot is broken. Yeah, I could see that. Ship states endgame. Where did ship state endgame? Got too much logic. Too many lines of random crap now. Okay, so destination equals that. Calculate distance if distance equals 1. So why didn't they all just move on to the... Because of this. Some of them... So we're just going to say, everybody go home. I don't care who you are. Even if you have 0 halite, go home. I lost, but did my bots do what I wanted at the end? I don't understand. Why are they not just colliding and dying? Like, why aren't they getting disabled? Endgame. If dist equals this, if dist equals 0. Closest dist. Do I calculate closest dist every time? Closest dist, ship position. For each drop off, get the closest dist equals test dist. That's fine. All of that looks fine. Calculate distance. So the distance should be 1. So it should do an unsafe move. Oh, but so it does the unsafe move, but doesn't die. I think we can safely disable the ship in that event. Let's find out. Because if it has to do an unsafe move to get there, yeah, that should work. Pop out. We'll see what happens here. Who won this? Jump to the end. Red barely won. What is going on?
And Red lost a lot of ships.
Green, green. Green moves on. Why did he not move on? This is what I don't understand. There's, for some reason, they're not just straight up jumping on board. You're not wrong, Chops. You're not wrong. So I wonder, I gotta believe the random movement's getting in the way. So here's what I'm gonna do. If ship states ship.id is not equal to endgame, and I did call it endgame everywhere, right? Like, I didn't rename something here. Endgame, endgame. And we want to check here too, because we never want to execute the random. Let's try it one more time. Run it. Fetching replay. Popping out the replay. Cleaning up the end game. What went wrong with my bot here? Well, that's even worse. Is this just one of those really random games that happen to me from time to time because I don't have a solution for that coded in yet? Let's see. Fetching replay. Pop out replay. It's the end game that I want to see because that's all that matters. Yeah, they're refusing to do the collision. If dist let's just try this. Less than or equal to 1. But that would include 0. Greater than 0 and dist is less than or equal to 1.5. I don't know why this would matter because 1.5 should be illegal. And then I'm going to go look at the unsafe home navigate because that's the only other thing I can think is that the unsafe movement is not behaving. But I don't know why. It's like it's deciding not to collide. Yeah, same thing. It gets... Why is it not...
What the hell?
Ship move safe. It's not actually unsafe home navigate ship. Unsafe home navigate. Where's unsafe home navigate? That's way up here somewhere. Home navigate. Unsafe home navigate. Get drop-offs. Game. Calculate distance. It does the calculation to figure out what's the nearest drop-off. I don't think there's a problem there because they're all moving in the right place. This is where the problem lies. Constant direction of this get unsafe moves ship position to destination. That seems fine. So it gets a list equals for each direction, and then it gets target position, ship position, directional offset, direction. Why does that need to even happen? We don't even do anything with target pose. How about we just say move? Why? I mean, we know we're going to be moving 1, right? So let's just move. Except this function is not designed to do the move, but I'm okay with that. We can force it. So where is that line? Ship move, destination. Destination's a position. Safe move. I need to be careful here. I'm getting tired and I know my syntax isn't quite right. Destination, naive navigate. I don't care about that. I want to just move. We'll do it this way. I like this way better. Unsafe home navigate. So we have a destination. Return. Return safe move. Okay. I think, as weird as that shouldn't be called safe move, I think that will do it. Save, run. Please do what you're told, bots. I want my Halite.
Or are you stuck?
Where am I stuck?
No.
Oh.
Like,
Nope.
naive
Something.
navigate is suddenly like returning. Like, I had to turn off naive navigate onto my shipyard for some reason. So now it's all unsafe. I don't know why suddenly that's not, like, it's saying that there's something there.
It's kind of like I don't understand. It's like the location I'm trying to go to. Test closest equals shipyard position. You know what? I'm going to change this to less than or equal to. That doesn't explain it though. Closest equals test. Test drop. Test drop. Maybe I should read my log files. That might actually be a better place to start. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Jump to the end. They're still all lined up. But that's all the bots. So now it's literally all the bots that are doing it. So I think unsafe home navigate is not getting called. I should test that. End game. Game map. Unsafe home navigate. Ship. safe move, ship.move, then disable the ship. Let's do this. Let's set this back to dist equals 1 because that's what it was originally. Let's save it. Let's run it. Let's close all these strange tabs that I've been leaving open while it runs. Come on, Halite. Pop out replay. Jump to the end. How many bots ran that way? I only ever had 6 bots, so that doesn't help me. Let's set this back to... Let's have endgame happen at 2x. Oh, I already did. Let's do 1.5. And while we're at that, then endgame, unsafe navigate ship, blah, 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 safe move, push command. We're not going to disable it until dist is 0. Let's run it again. Because it should never get out of endgame state.
Go.
Stuck again.
Goodbye, Chrome.
I feel like there's a... I don't know. I feel like there's an error in the distance function or something. I guess I can check that.
What are you trying to do?
So I had code. Yeah, I have the endgame code in place that's supposed to cause them all to crash over a zone.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally some bots just wouldn't get there, and I wasn't sure why. And so
because of naive navigate.
But naive navigate shouldn't matter. Yeah, timing wise, like the path route wouldn't get there. So I tried to tweak that to give them more than enough time to get there. So it wasn't. Oh, it was the 95% thing. I didn't like the fact that it was doing it at 95. I've now modified it to do it based on the number of turns remaining for that bot. So the further away, the earlier it leaves, right? But for whatever reason, it's not handling the unsafe move at the end, which is what matters. It's like dist somehow... So if I pop this out, I don't know if you're watching. I know you've got the 8-second delay, but if I jump to the end, yeah, so I'm already 70 turns back. So these guys aren't 70 turns away. This guy should go and stop. We're not in endgame yet. This guy should go and stop. He's not in endgame. This guy goes and stops. He's in endgame. So he's now there. The other two are also in endgame. They run. The yellow or the full one.
You mean
right
they go out to explore again, or
No. So the other thing I have it doing, just to try to make sure that there isn't some other stupid line of code getting in play, is the moment they end up on home, they just disable. So they should never do anything again.
Sure.
And he did. So like if you watch here, that bot's still sitting there. So he moves onto the spot and he just stays there. And then this mostly full bot comes and he gets close. He's 1 away. He's been told that he can do an unsafe move because his distance should be 1. And yet he's not. So he is ship ID
I
13.
was having. Well, I had to give my guys an unsafe move to get that to work.
Remaining dist not a number. This is the problem. Remaining dist not a number. Dist equals game map, calculate distance, ship dot position, that's legal, destination. Destination equals closed dist. Closed dist is calculated every time. So maybe when I moved it out here, why would closed... Is it 1D or 2 down here? 1. Okay, that's fine.
Distance between these items.
It always runs. So how could that not be a number? Ship position.
You having a scoping problem? Is it asynchronously trying to access it, but it's actually getting
It's right
changed?
before the if, so it's there. And there's no other calc. I'm missing something.
I have a problem where safe move is telling it to move east and it's saying it's stuck, but not.
Oh, here. I'm just going to do this smart thing. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a scope nightmare or something. So I'm just going to move this code. I'm going to move it back into the endgame mechanic. Just in case. Because I don't know what's going on. Save, run. And at least isolate the code to the screen I'm looking at now, I guess. Oh, my bot crashed. Why did my bot crash? $169. What did I not bring with me that I needed? Assignment to constant variable. Yep. So let's not do that. We'll just try that. Might be enough. All this bad formatting is now coming back to haunt me. Not properly typing my variables, that kind of thing. Not a good situation. Bot didn't error though. Let's see what happens at the end of the game. He's got plenty of Halite. Why did he not crash? 1, 2, 3. So this is bot 15. Let's go look at the log for bot 15. Remaining disk, not a number. Remaining disk, not a number. Where is that coming from? Remaining disk. It's still here. That repeated code not equal to state miss. What are you seeing, Chops? Give me a line number. Remaining disk, not a number. Remaining disk, not a number. Dist, calc dist, ship position, destination. Closed dist, test, dist, test. Wait a second. This is not a valid comparison. Is this what you're talking about? Test. This is a number. Test dist is less than close dist. Close dist.
Oh,
Closest. This needs to be closest. Oh my gosh, destination equals closest. That needs to be changed up here then too. Oh, there's no destination line up here. So, you gotta be kidding me. Something about that doesn't feel right though. But I have a feeling that's what it is. I'm so tired, I'm just not thinking straight is my real problem. Yep, there. That killed them all. Okay, so now I can go back and I can fix the function. So 1.5 is probably a little too high. Let's lower it. Let's just put it at 1.05, 1.1. Give it a little bit of a buffer. I suppose I could try it at 1 and just see what happens, but if you're 10 away, it gives you 11 moves. Probably needs more than that. We'll see what happens. How many people die? Oh, man. Yeah, 1.1 is not enough. 1.3. That gives you 3 moves for every 10. Let's do 1.4. That gives you 2 moves for every 5. That should be... I would hope that's enough. 1.5 was enough on the 1. And... Oh, and everybody's dead. 16,000 Halite delivered. Okay. Let's go see. I haven't actually looked at my bot since I submitted here. I want to go look to see where it's at. So it ended up at 54.3, which is lower than the previous bot, which is a little not surprising, but at the same time, a little disappointing. I would have liked it to beat 56.29. That would have been nice. Although rank, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna submit this one because it fixes a problem that the other one had, I think. We're gonna close all these windows. And then we're gonna go to the leaderboard just to see where things currently sit, see if there's been any other progress tonight. If Kevin has submitted something. Kevin still has not submitted anything. Simland didn't submit anything today.
Leave me alone.
I'm not gonna leave you alone. Part of this is submitting, seeing what happens. I have no games. I need a game. Give me one game before I go to bed. I want to see this bot in action. Make sure it's not airing. But I'm out of Pepsi. It's 1 a.m. The stream has lasted way too long yet again. And people have gotten quiet.
Thinking. It's hard to think when you talk. Not your fault.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's what makes the streaming a little bit more of a challenge. But kind of fun, too. All these people talking about all the professional things they're doing to make their bots, and here I am coding in like string line
JavaScript.
Yep.
Right? I know, but whatever.
I wonder what's going on in the machine learning thread. I never look over there. He counted 1,700 gold bucket games that were completed in one day. I don't know what gold bucket games mean. Wins? I don't know.
I don't either.
Let's see. Source code for the game. Replay viewer. Fluorine. Huh. Well, that's nice. Have I got a game yet? Have I got a game yet? Have I got a game yet? No. My bot was doing really well right before I submitted a new one, though. It won 3 in a row. It's trying to disappoint me. Do, do, do. Boop, boop, beer, doop. I played a bot, I got a win, and it gave me an initial U of 63. I don't know how it came to that conclusion, but I like it. Oh, this is a crappy win, though. I don't like it when I win because my block bot does its thing. Oh, it didn't do its thing. They just got jammed up. And not by me. I'll take that. That makes me happier. Let's see. Other bots. Can I get another game? 2 games. Came in second. That's good. Did I build a base is the question. And if so, where did I put it? Way out there. Beautiful. Oh, my bots die at the end. I still lost by half, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Second place in a 4-player match is winnable. Still at 61. Let's get one more game under our belts, and then I think I'm going to call this stream till morning. I'm not going to stream in the morning, although I should. That's when Computer Club would normally be. But alas, I'm going to actually sleep instead of have to wake up.
If that works. My bot crashed.
I think if I code tomorrow. So let's see. Tonight's goal was to simply get a base going down with some viable strategy. I don't know that the strategy I'm actually playing turned out to be viable or not. We'll know more in the morning. Even then, it didn't make a huge difference. So there's got to be a better way to play it. Things to think about. Be more aggressive with it. Put it near, hey, like, I don't know. I gotta do some more searching or something with my bots so they stay closer to the good halite. So they head towards the light, but not so towards the light that they all collide with one another. 52.2. Still showing 61. Came in second place again. Kind of want to see this game. Who am I?
I think my conga line days might be behind me.
I feel like there might be some other minor rule regarding if or not, or whether or not I should build. Like, I feel like I should have the ship lead. If I don't have the ship lead and I build a base, what does that really get me necessarily? Like, there's a balance there, possibly. I don't know. One more game. I got it. I just enjoy watching these games.
Dear God, I've been talking with myself muted.
You wonder why we were ignoring you?
No, I would just briefly. I was just like, I wasn't saying much. I was just kind of chilling because I was back and forth. But I was sitting down because
As a rule of thumb, we don't ignore you.
Look at no. I just started talking,
Okay.
and when nobody responded, I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" So Justin was saying he never learns or never reads through the machine learning whatever. So I went back through the Discord, and it looks like people have rebuilt the engine themselves.
Oh yeah.
In C, so that they could run simulations on it over and over again.
Yep.
So you guys are gonna have a real tough time.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how they were doing. Because I asked and nobody responded, but I said I was basically like, "Oh, there's no way to output what the output the results of the simulation or whatever."
Oh no, so I didn't show this on stream tonight.
But this was like a posted like a little while ago. Like I wouldn't scrolling back up.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, no. So we didn't talk about this at all, Chops. You can basically every aspect of this game, one can be downloaded and run yourself in various ways. So like this, I'm trying to find the right folder. It might have been this one. Looks like this one.
Sucks.
But like I can run this script here, and yeah, it'll run it locally here, exactly like it would, except I don't have to wait for the queue. It'll save the replay here, and if I download a replay viewer, I can actually open this and watch my game unfold. There are ways of like scripting that then and bulk logging it. It keeps the bot logs here. All of that local development stuff is certainly an option, and there are ways to make that go faster and to automate it and to really do some machine simulations with it. But right now I'm sticking to the JavaScript thing just for a kind of a speed of demonstration / I'm too lazy to do it any other way.
Well, more importantly, oftentimes doing something is better than not doing anything. And if I had, personally speaking, if I had to go and learn any of that other stuff, I would never actually get to the point where I'm doing this. That's my problem.
Yeah, I could see that. This game, I'm gonna watch this one in full motion.
He decimated you.
Yeah, but watch what his bots do and how they move. He's moving. Not initially, but they start going in waves, which is really interesting. So it looks
Kills
like
your bot right away.
Yeah, it just means he's prepared for it. I don't know if that's a function of the map, what's about to happen here, but they're moving. They're all moving left. But in a moment here, they start just going in waves. I wonder if he's doing some sort of heat sensing type things. We haven't gotten to the part where this... Yeah, so like right here, they all start going north-south. And they just pick a column and they go. Oh, there's my base. I put a base way over there.
Well, he clearly decreases nodes to a specific value and then ignores them after that point, going for the bigger nodes. Because it's almost a uniform grid that he's created.
Oh man, this node down here has to be just loaded. Yeah, 2035. Oh yeah, like right here. Like this wave that's just going up is just... That's good movement. His bot, he's got the mission control thing going on, almost certainly.
I want to see how they come into the base.
I don't know that they do.
No, I don't think he does.
Yep, nope, there they go. They're all suiciding. And
Yeah, but they're not suiciding with good logic because they're running into your stuff and they're going through your shipyard. And they also were closer to his deploy or his drop off, and they all tried to suicide back at base instead of the nearest node. So it doesn't make a lot of sense.
interesting.
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I kind of like they need
like some of these.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Some of these people are really they're taking it real serious.
Oh yeah, we're all nuts. I like that bot though. That was intriguing. That's gonna give me something to think about.
I mean, they're like, yeah. They're not kidding about their.
Oh, I played a lot more games now. Won some, second place, third place.
I mean, when you have people rewriting
you can't try to win, right? You just
rewriting
try
it
to get better at life.
to try to be able to run everything faster, you're gonna be in a tough spot.
I'll be right back.
Because they don't want to wait for their simulations to run when they're running, hundreds of thousands, millions of simulations.
Yep. But we've got 4 months to learn. If I spend this much time every night between now and January, I'm gonna get somewhere. I may not win, but I'm gonna get somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you don't got some of these, it depends who's doing it. If you got a couple, PhDs playing the game, you're gonna have a rough go at it.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay not winning. This is for me.
There's no way I anticipate winning.
Yeah, this is like the most JavaScript I've written in.
Should be about just having
4
fun.
years. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
It's the challenge to see how high I can push the rating, where I can get it, and soon it's going to be the activity that I'm doing on Friday mornings with the high schoolers here. So not tomorrow because they don't have school tomorrow thanks to MEA, but we're going to be building these things to see what we can do and see if we can't teach them some more advanced programming than just, I don't know, we've had them writing a tic-tac-toe bot the last few weeks. That's kind of been the thing, which is basically just logic. But in any case, I think that's a good place to wrap the stream for the night. We've got a bot here.
I still got an hour and a half left.
Hour and a half left of coding.
Until I go to sleep. That's 3 nights in a row up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's how addicting this is. I think this base building actually did effectively hurt the bot based on, we were at 56.29. We'll see if we get back to 56 by morning. We're at 59 in theory right now, but we'll see how it plays out. So yeah, we'll check on it. I'm not going to stream in the morning, obviously, but hopefully we'll be streaming tomorrow evening. So if you want to join us again, it'll be later than usual, not the normal 9 p.m. We'll be back probably 10 o'clock.
Does that mean you're top 100 right now with your bot?
Yeah, at the moment I am, and I was.
It was easier to be there. Even I was there.
Yeah.
Until people learn about this thing.
Until more people show up.
The more people. I was ranked 59 before I started tonight's code. My lowest, I think, is 31. That was the night we broke. Yeah. So lowest was 31. That was before we added in the bases, and I think this was the first version of the attack bot. The other night, 2 nights ago. So, but again, I was going to document this. I've done a really piss poor job keeping track of that. I should document where things end up. But yeah, the goal for me personally now is to try to get the rating over 60. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's kind of what I'm aiming for. And my number is dropping. No.
I'm super curious. I mean, I've never heard about this. Where did you guys hear about this?
So this is actually the third iteration. Kevin introduced it to me during Halite
You should see
2.
last time's 2. Yeah. I like this because this is easier for me, but 2, man. Oh.
Yeah, I watched him do a little bit of programming of 2. There were a number of little quirks about that game that like super.
That game was a lot harder.
Yeah, it was kind of a it was harder. It had a like collisions were a little less friendly, and there was angles and stuff like that, so you had to do a lot more geometry than this. But we knew about it. I knew about it last year. I found out about it towards the end of it. That's when Kevin showed it to me. And I said I joined the little list or whatever to be notified, and for the last week or two we knew that this was coming, and just been waited for it to drop on Monday, and we've been basically coding it ever since. So yeah, guess that answers the question.
Huh. Yeah, I just never run across it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know where Kevin learned about it, if it was through robotics or something else. Yeah.
What is wrong with my naive navigate?
Alright, well, I guess what I should do is just post it on Reddit in the old like programming subreddits and machine learning subreddits and AI subreddits, and
yeah, I mean, you could certainly
just wait.
Certainly see what
I'm
happens.
just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a poster. I don't post shit on Reddit.
There is a Halite thing that's more active during 2, but nobody's been posting here for 3. I don't know why.
Yeah, but people gotta know about it. You gotta post it on an active subreddit, not somebody with 100 subscribers.
Let's just see if Halite 3 shows up in here. Not really. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Post it to programming or something. See what we get. I suppose the downside to doing that is if it floods it with people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, use our advantage.
Like you get some of the the hardcore people in.
Yep, I'm sure it'll make it there eventually. Somebody will
toss it on some of the MIT forums and do those guys do.
Well, with that, I'm going to wrap the stream, so everybody have a great night, and if I can figure out where the stream window went, I will actually hit the end button. So with that, we'll hopefully be back tomorrow night. Look forward to seeing you guys then. Build some bots in the meantime. Have a good night.